We have the tea. And now, let's go get the trains, shall we? Now, the last time we streamed, last Tea and Trains, we were over on Sodor, hanging out with Thomas and friends. And it was a lovely time. I had the biggest smile on my face the whole way through. If you haven't seen that or you weren't there for the stream, go back and watch the VOD. It was just the loveliest time. We had the happiest time hanging out with Thomas and James and Percy and Gordon and Emily and Diesel and just troublesome. They weren't as fun. They were a bit annoying, to be honest. But Danny and Clara, but it was just lovely, basically. It was really nice. So now, we're back on the mainland. We're back from Sodor, but we're also back in time because we are going to be checking out the latest, newest route for Train Sim World 6, which is, if my maths is correct, the 5th different part or route based on the West Coast Main Line. So you've got London Euston to Milton Keynes here. Preston to Carlisle there. Then we've got Birmingham to Crewe here. And then we've got Crewe to Milton Keynes there. So Milton Keynes to Crewe, Birmingham to Crewe. Both ways of getting to Crewe via Birmingham or not via Birmingham. And now we've got Crewe to Preston, 1986 edition. Crewe-Preston 86. That's what we're doing today. It's the latest route, as usual. It barely needs to be reiterated at this point, but of course, Dovetail Games deserve a lot of love for their generosity, being so generous with sending me these routes and these stuff to show off to you guys, and we can take a quick... Well, we can take not a quick look at all. We'll have a nice, thorough trundle through Crewe-Preston 86. It's a retro route. It's set in the 1980s. You know that. I like my old trains. What can I say? So, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm interested. So, what we're going to do, here are the selection of locomotives and ergo services available for this route. We've got some scenarios. We're carrying Crewe Alexandra fans on a cup game to face Preston North End. We also have someone named Preston in the chat tonight, so this will be fun for him. We're like, we're going to Preston. Oh, are we? He's like, oh, you're coming to see me. We've got some scenarios here. Obviously, that we can play around with. But you know me, I like to stick to timetable mode. Timtable mode, which, in this case, we have this selection. We've got, I believe, the 2 new locos for this one, or at least updated ones. This Class 47/4, which is partially obscured by my public service broadcasting shirt, that was already in the game. Yes, because that's from the WCML SHAP, which is Preston to Carlisle. So, yes, apparently, north of Crewe, the West Coast Main Line goes back in time to the 1980s in Train Sim World, because everything from London to Crewe is represented in the game in separate routes in the modern day. Everything north of Crewe, 1980s. Just go back in time 40 years. Why not? The train just crashes through Preston's living room. What's going on? So, yeah, I believe the 2 updated locos are these 2 here. We've got a Class 20 BR Blue Headcode box. Yes, Crewe-Preston. There we go. And we've also got this new version of the Class 47, Class 47/3, specific to this route. Now, we also have these guys here from the Crewe to Preston. No, not Crewe to Preston. That's the route we're on right now. Crewe to Preston to Carlisle, that one. Because what's also... There's another route that is the Blackpool Branches route that also features Preston. So, so anyway, we're going to start with a nice, simple... We've also got some DMUs up here. We've got a 101 and a Pacer, which you can't see. It's behind my head. They've got some short kind of runs. There you go, Blackpool Branches. Yeah, they've got some 10-minute runs. We could do one of those at some point if we've got time. This is now a Dinner and Diesel stream for me. Well, I'm going to throw off your alliteration, because I think the first loco we're going to drive is an electric. Oops, but close enough. So we can do that, and we've got the Class 08. Obviously, Class 08 is the best. Look at it there. We've got Diesel. We've brought Diesel back from Sodor. Diesel decided to pop over to the mainland with us. He was like, they don't really like me on the island. I don't know why. It's because you're a Diesel. They just, those steam engines, they don't like Diesels much. Plus, you're a bit of a pillock. You've not exactly made it easy for them to like you. So he's like, all right, can I come to the mainland with you then? Yeah, all right. So we're going to start with a nice sort of express passenger run using one of these big electric unit locos here. Oh, in fact, the 86/4 is new for Crewe-Preston. So the latest 86.2 is from West Coast Main Line Shap. There we go. And this 87 is also from Shap. So Eating and Electrics. You haven't said family, Diesel. Family. Class 08, what are your opinions on family? There we go. That's how you know it's Diesel. Right, so I think that means we'll have to do the 86.4 then. 86/4. You're probably wondering what the difference is between 86/2 and 86/4. They're different subclasses of the same loco. What's the difference between 86.2 and 86.4? Good question. I don't know that off the top of my head. Lunch and loco. I'm trying to make it work, damn it. Trying to make it work, damn it. So, what I'm also going to do, just quickly, is I'm going to bring up the map quickly. So, what we're going to do, I think this is quite funky, actually. This is a special, I want to say one-off livery. And one of the 3 preserved Class 86s that is still around now in the UK is in this livery. I've seen it at Euston, actually operating up to, I think, Carlisle on rail tours. Because it does, there's a rail tour it does the Cumbrian Mountains Express, it's called. And I think it gets all the way up to Carlisle or so. Or maybe Carnforth, around there. And then a steam loco takes it over and does a run over the Pennines and stuff and then comes back. But the electric, the 86, handles the run from London up to, like, Carlisle and up there. So, actually very suitable for this route. So, we're going to start with fairly early morning run, shall we? Let's 9:05, 0:45. So, we're starting from Preston to Crewe. Crewe is not north. It's Preston to Crewe. Preston is north of Crewe, isn't it? Yes, that's what I thought. Oh, yes, because there we go. In-city service from Crewe to Preston, calling at Hertford, Warrington and Wigan en route. From Birmingham New Street to Lancaster. Les Ross/Peter Pan in electric blue. Yes, there you go, spot on. Hopefully, that's what we'll be driving. So, a 7:30 run, 50 minutes. Let's do this, shall we? Let's crack on. Difference between an 88 Class 2 and an 88 Class 4, it's clearly 2. It's clearly 0.2, yes. Goes up to Carnforth and then picks up again at Preston. There you go, you see? So very appropriate. TS-6, Preston, Crewe. In their announcement articles, they normally have the map open. What's also useful for this is I don't have to worry about the mic stand being perfectly positioned in the center there and then the webcam and everything all lined up and everything. I'm just like, no, it doesn't matter. It's okay. West Coast Main Line, Crewe-Preston, circa 1986. There we go. So I'm just going to download the map so we can have that for reference on my little phone screen. Right. Drive the in-city service, Crewe to Preston. Let's do it. Okay. Unlock the doors. We can do that. I've cranked the... You should be able to hear a... You should be able to hear a ticking sound. That's the loco. Don't worry, that's not anything else. That's the locomotive. So, yeah, welcome to Crewe. And that is not Les Ross, but... Oh, that's neat, though. That's nice. I don't know how many of the Class 86s would have been in this kind of livery to start off with, because basically, history nerd alert here, you can see why I like the routes that are set in the past, in like previous decades, because I like old trains, shush. That is the original number that this locomotive would have had when electric locos were starting to be introduced by British Railways in the 1960s. So you can guess what E stands for. So it's an E3195. And then, when they switched to what's called the TOPS numbering system, which is where the class of locomotive was at the start of their numbers, this is the number they got, 86426. Hemi. I can hear the bomb, yes. What is that mysterious ticking noise? I found the source of the ticking, Professor. So yes, welcome to Crewe 1986. And I should probably... Well, we've got about 40 seconds to go before we set off. So there's our loco. Look at that! And it's got these really cool white roofs. White cab roofs. Full yellow ends. This electric blue livery. This is also the blue that they were painted in when they were first introduced. So it was actually called electric blue. We're going to paint our trains in electric shade of blue. Anyway. It's going to charge the cab now in embarrassment. Shut the door. Because it is the middle of June, it's quite hot. So I'm going to turn this on. Blue Rail Group. Side profile at the front looks like an old delivery truck. I guess it kind of does. Right. Lock the doors. Oh, I hear a diesel. Oh, I hear a whistle as well. There is a diesel somewhere here because I can hear it. Where are you? Whoa, it's a bit laggy. It is a bit laggy. It is a brand new route, so it might not be optimized. And my computer is, well, I've been running the same. I'm running a 1070 Ti GPU and a CPU, an AMD Ryzen 5 1600 that I bought in 2018. So it's kind of 8 years old now, so it's hanging in there. I did try and play Running Train the other day, and you know how everyone's been like, oh, it's amazing, it looks great because it's in Unreal Engine 5. I don't think my computer likes the fact it's in Unreal Engine 5. So, but, right. Oh, that's neat, because this is also a new, one of the newer routes in Train Sim World 6. It has on-train announcements. That's lovely. That's cool. Right, so master key, master switch, forward. That's the reverser. Ooh. Yeah, you know how people bang on about, oh, electric cars are really boring, they don't make any noise. This electric loco definitely makes noise. It kind of makes like a sort of banshee howling noise. Or like the sort of sound of souls being sucked into the ether. So, train brake. Let's take that off. Let's give the horn a honk. And let's go, shall we? Now, these locos have a bit of a funky way that you have to control them. So you see those two gauges there. That's the, I suppose, the amount of power that's being put into them. Here we go, we're moving. That's the amount of power being put into them. Basically, you sort of either, you don't do it on like a power, like, power 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of thing, like a lot of trains we've driven. You sort of do it, notch up is to sort of put the power level up a bit, and then run up is to just much more power, just loads more power. Basically, I avoid those gauges going into the red, because I think I blew a transistor or a power, I blew something up on one of these once. So I try and avoid going up there, into the red. So we're accelerating okay at the moment. We are departing Crewe Station. There we go. Salty.uk, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Now here's a question. What's the balance of the game audio and my mic audio like? This train is going to give war veterans stupid siren PTSD. At least it's running this okay. It is. Crewe North Junction signal box. Which is this? It's this area here that I believe is now the Crewe Heritage Centre. Is that a tad quiet in relation because the mic? It's actually okay. So I won't bring the mic up anymore. I will bring the game audio down a little bit. Now, how's that? Is that okay? I suddenly realised it's probably a bit. So yes, where those diggers and that are, all in there. Is now the Crewe Heritage Centre. So, and I really want to go there. It's a really funky little museum. It's got a bunch of different exhibits. I think it's got the cab from one of these in it, which I've always thought was a bit macabre. My inner game audio is a little bit loud, if anything. Okay, so we can drop that a little more. That's fine. That's fine by me, because I suddenly realised it was coming through in my ears quite loud, and if it was coming through, like, before, it hasn't mattered how loud it's coming through in my ears, because I could control it in OBS. Then I realised, hang on, if it's coming through loud in my ears, it's probably coming through loud in the stream because of the mixer. So, yeah, they also have the Advanced Passenger Train prototype, I think, in there, which would have basically been the fancy Pendolinos that we've had now for the last 20 years, that were built in Italy and do the tilty thing. It would have been one of those, but in the 70s. And, yeah. Anyway, politics happened. We love those, don't we? Anyway, we're waffling on, and our 86 is like, you do realise you can actually accelerate me now. I can actually go fast now. So we should do that. Let's go. Run up. And you see the gauges increasing. I believe, like I say, I think that's the amount of current, amps, electricity, energy, power. Oops. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Oh, it didn't go in the red. Okay, right. Power controller off. Okay. It just suddenly cut off there, I think you can see. So let's see. Here we go. Right. Okay. If anything, the first stop's only about... it's only 10 miles away, is Hartford. Right, and now stop. And now let it go. Now, if we set it to hold, it should stay at the same power level. So it should accelerate at the same level consistently. Hey, you see that? Yeah, you see those dials? I don't know, it might just be me imagining it, but they are a bit funky to drive, these things. It's probably just me, but I call these trains the Tilterinos. It's a good name for them, actually. Also, despite the fact this is a tea and train stream, my tea's kind of going a bit cold, but it is in the path of the fan over there. And given how warm it is today, especially warm in here, that's not such a bad thing. I hate outright cold tea. This is... it's on the verge. Oh, no, it's tipped over. No. Okay, there we go. Right. We now deploy the bear piss. Yes. Lukewarm, yes. So we've got Crewe, Basford Hall, Crewe, Gresty Bridge, Crewe Depot, and Crewe. Winsford. Oh, we go through Winsford first, and then we stop at Hertford, and we go past Wharton Sidings as well. Now, funnily enough, we didn't actually start at the very southern end of the route, because just to the south of Crewe Station is Crewe Depot, Crewe Gresty Bridge, and Crewe Basford Hall. So, kind of freight facilities and cows. I just thought it's very important to point out that there's cows. Yeah, there we go, cows. So, if Luke is warm, we should turn on the aircon. Yeah, I agree. I really drink hot tea, but it's got to be hot or ice cold. In between, it's just bleh. Yeah. So, yes. So, we should be going through Winsford in the next 8 miles or so. Now, I don't know if there's a train on this mainline section that's more of a stopper. Whether that's one of the Class 47 services, because they do passenger and freight. I think the DMU runs, like the Pacer and the 101, I think they're like on little branch lines off the main route. For example, there's a lot of very like freight facilities around here, it must be said. So we got Crewe, Warrington, Wigan, Preston. And yeah, oh, that's nice. On this map here, it also shows... You can see it there. You probably can't see it on the face cam. It's got a little thing of the route that's showing... What's that? What is... Oh, that's a speed restriction. Is that... Oh, it's a speed restriction. Yep. Okay, so I've cut the power altogether. So you see there in the top right... hang on. If I do that, see there in the top right, that yellow number in the white box is a temporary speed restriction. So we've got to go 70 for a little bit rather than the full 100. Actually sounds really good for an electric train, almost jet turbine. Yes! You understand, right? There is something kind of exciting about it. Like, there is like a sort of whooshing jet turbine sort of thing. So, what we're also going to do is just pop the brakes on a little bit. First application, will that be enough to get us down to 70? But yes, we've got temporary speed restriction. That's what that yellow sign was there. Luckily, it wasn't the speed restriction starts now. It's like where the sign is. It gave us a bit of advance warning, so... 73, 72. Oh, we're going to get this spot on. We might get this spot on. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. We were literally doing, I think we were either doing dead on 70 or nice miles an hour as we got to the 70 speed restriction. So that's okay. We're going to be a little late to Hertford, but I feel like that's more because I was... Oh, that was it. That was the speed restriction. Okay, fair enough. Right. In which case, go power. Give power. See them slowly rising. There's something funky about that. It's just like the power is building. And there's even this bit, it's like, you could blow the engine up. Like, you must harness the power behind you. I don't know how much horsepower these 86s would have put out. A lot. All I know is it's a lot. Right. So here we go, picking up the speed now. Oh, we got a train coming the other way. Is that why the whole game is frozen briefly? Probably. It is. Is that an 86 or an 87? It's a 47. Nice, there you go. That was me saying you get 47s on passenger services in this game. There's one. There's one. Drink. More sheeps. More sheeps and cows and things like that. It's lovely. They are, yes, they're definitely sheeps. Are they sheeps or more cows? It's hard to tell. Is that a... Nope, that's fine. I saw a yellow sign and I'm like, oh, is that a thing? Oh, is this our first... Yes, I think it is. That is... Winsford. There you go, Winsford. 80... No. 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 No, God, no. No. Anyway. Oh, we're up to nearly 100 miles an hour. That's what I was going to do. I was going to look up to... Twitch, are you misbehaving? It just randomly did that thing where it came up on the stream chat where it was like, welcome to Hey, it's AJ Omega's chat room. Is that... like it's just disconnected and reconnected or something? Is it... It's still going, seemingly. Is everything alright? Oh. Men in high-vis. Wait a minute, I thought health and safety didn't exist in the 1980s. Why are they wearing high-vis? Yes, that's what I was going to look up. What horsepower output the Class 86s can produce. Oh, we've also got 2.4 miles. Hartford is 2.5, so we're coasting for the moment. We can do that. Right. Now is that? Yes. Okay, that's open in a separate tab. Class 86. This is why you shouldn't drive while you're on your phone, kids. 1.9 miles. Okay, we should probably start slowing a little bit now. We're literally doing 100 miles an hour. We should probably start slowing down a little bit. All right, British Rail Class 86. Electrical systems, current pickups, traction motors. Power output. Power output. 3,600 horsepower. Comma, 4,040 horsepower. Or 5,000 horsepower. So, kind of depends, really. How much power do you want? We're now under a mile away and we're still doing 84 miles an hour. We should start slowing a bit more now. Oh, probably... Oh. Oh! I wonder, because I just noticed there, I was like, wait a minute, the power isn't on. I'm not accelerating. But I wonder if that's the rheostatic braking. Which I want to say is a form of using the stations just around there. We're still doing 60. Everything's okay. I'm relaxed. Relax. It probably is fine. I'm just very nervous, as you can tell. Now we're fine, mostly. First application, still got some brakes. So we're arriving into Hartford. Oh, this is interesting. This is very much one of the intermediate stops. There's only 2 tracks through here. 25 seconds. Oh, yeah, should probably... Can I have more brakes now, please? More brakes, more brakes, more brakes. Yes, yes, there we go. Oop. And... Ooh, anything stopped a little bit early there, but that's okay. That'll do. Now, most importantly, the... Oh, look at that. There you go. You see, the final door is literally... Look at that. It's basically right on the line where the platform starts to, like, descend, the ramp it starts to ramp down. So I'd say I got that spot on. There we go. So welcome to Hertford Station. Here it is. And anyway, home again. It begins at the start of the World Cup. It ends after the final. If you hear football's coming home song, you lose. Well, a friend of mine sent me a brass band covering it earlier in London. Does that count? Because that ain't happening. In England, that's not happening. Now, right. Yes, we've unlocked the doors. We've locked the doors, most importantly. Right. And power. Give me some. Give me power, please. Can I have some power, please? Yes, there we go. Right. Yes. Here we go. Oh, gold. Steady on. Steady on. There you go. Hold. Bit more power, bit more power, bit more power. There we go. Steady. There we go. Just, there we go. Oh, steady, steady, steady. There we go. So now we've got... Oh, wow. Warrington Bank Quay is only 10 miles away. So our only stops between here and Preston are, like, quite close to the start of this... I promise I will get round to turning the ads off. There we go. Has to be the original recording. Ah, okay, so I'm still in the game then. I'm alright. Just like covers of Last Christmas don't count. Oh, I never knew that, you see. As an aviation nerd, the interior being blue is giving me MiG vibes. What is it? Is that what the MiG aircraft were like? Oh! There's is that an instruction manual on a clipboard? Hang on. No, I don't want to get up. I'll wait until we stopped at Warrington for having a look at the at that. Speed. We get a bit more power. A bit more power. A bit more power. Yes. There we go. Yes. There we go. Lovely. Hold. We are accelerating nicely up to speed. I think we're about 3 minutes down. And you know what I was saying before about branches? There's one. Just over there and off to our right. Now, what one would this be? Let's check the map. We have gone through Winsford is... Over in Wharton Sidings, maybe? Oh, no, sorry, Hertford is where we just stopped. So that would be Acton Bridge's next station. Oh, maybe they're just, like, functional, like... Maybe they're not actually... They don't actually go anywhere at the moment, because they're showing something. I don't know if there's things down there, but... Yeah, the next station is listed as Acton Bridge. Then there's Fiddler's Ferry Power Station. Yes, that is what it's called. And then Arpley Sidings, Latchford Sidings, and then Warrington Bank Quay. So, as we get towards Warrington, there's a lot of freight siding stuff going on up there, which I'm sure we'll get a chance to explore later. We seem to be topping out at nice miles an hour. Come on, more power, more, like that gif of Kylo Ren. More. I know you can do it. That sinister whooshing sound of evil. It's the sound of the souls that it's harvested from that power. I do really like the Class 86 though. It's very pretty. Also very much a kind of a trailblazer of a loco. One of the very first, not the first, there were individual prototypes that were made, I think some of them were as early as like the 1950s. There were electric unit trains, but in terms of electric locomotives, there were a few like one-off prototypes. I assume this will be, it's a station. So I'm honking at the passengers there. I assume this will be Acton Bridge. There we go. So, yeah, and then what happened was, in the late 1950s to early 1960s, British Railways were like, we're electrifying the West Coast Main Line. Although, actually, at the time, I think the plan was to electrify loads of main lines. I know, British Railways were actually going to electrify everything and do things properly. Oh, what a shock. So, I think they were going to plan to electrify loads of main lines. Maybe the Great Western Main Line, which is wild, given that only happened, well, in the last 10 years. And the East Coast Main Line, given that only happened in, what, 1990s, I want to say? So, yeah, they were planning on for a big, like, electrification push. Oh, now we're going over 100 miles an hour. The train's... The 86 is like, are you happy now? I'm doing over 100. Yeah, okay, you're good. Just cut the power altogether. Ooh, nice bridge. Oh, I love that. Love that. Lovely. That's beautiful. You know me, I like a good viaduct and a good bridge. I like a good sexy viaduct. So, yeah, when British Railways were like, we're going to build some electric locomotives, mostly to electrify, because we're going to electrify the West Coast Main Line. We're going to build some electric locomotives. Let's commission a class of, like, trial ones and then pick the best bits from all of them. So they commissioned all these different builders to make the class 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85. And the best of those, the best bits from all of them, basically, they took the best bits from all of them and were like, right, we're now going to make this, which is the best of all of them, and it's the 86. I think some of them lasted quite a while. I think the 85s, I want to say, lasted into the 80s. And it was quite cool because I think there was an 81 and an 85. Well, the only surviving 81 and the only surviving 85 at the Greatest Gathering TM last year. Which, spoiler alert, you might be seeing a video from me about that sooner than you might think. The first proper full-size electric locomotive is the EA/1 from 1928. Is it? Tell me more. Please do, because I genuinely don't know about this. Pretty much all Soviet-era military aircraft have a sky blue interior. Something about being less contrast than the guys were looking at the sky and then at the gauge panels. Oh, okay. I wonder how Brits in the 1960s responded to these new locomotives that were A, electric, B, killing off their beloved steam, and C, in Soviet blue. Soviet aircraft blue. Alright, let's give it a bit more power now. Now, notch up is to gradually increase power, but I don't know if that actually does anything. Those gauges aren't moving. Sorry, I just heard some drilling happening, like a road drill. Not some drill music. Okay, so run up seems to be the way to actually increase the actual power output, the actual amount of acceleration being applied. We only need a little bit. We're only going slightly. We are slightly downhill as well. Oh, there's a level crossing there. Probably should have honked for that. I did when we were already over the level crossing. Sorry. PTG Rail, if you're watching this, sorry. I'm very nervous because it's lovely to have PTG Rail back, by the way. He's been making Train Simulator and Train Sim World videos for a long, long time, and I love his stuff. So relaxing, so soothing, and so just lovely to listen to. And he's incredibly in-depth, and he plays with, like, no huddle and everything, which makes more sense now that because he's been, like me, he's been away on several hiatuses in the last few years, shall we say. But he's recently returning to uploading a lot more, and he also now works as a signaller on the main railways, which is lovely, and also makes total sense why he is so fastidious with his driving and everything in his Train Simulator and Train Sim World games. He knows what he's doing, shall we say. And I'm now very nervous that because I've spoken to him a few times in the comments, YouTube comments and stuff, I'm now very nervous if he's like, oh, this guy plays Train Sim World 6 as well, and he's a fan of my videos. Watched one of my videos and watched... Like, for example, I was watching one of his videos the other day, and I saw, he said, oh, if you can avoid it, don't go above notch 2 on the braking, because otherwise it'd be a bit too, like, excessive. Like, a bit too much of a sudden stop. And then there's me, like, oh no, I'm braking way too late. Max braking, like, oh no. Like, everyone in my train just, like, headbutts the seat in front of the, ow. Blimey. What can I say? I'm a sim racer. Speaking of sudden stops, let's try and not do that, given that we're 2 miles away from Warrington Bank Quay. So we take the power off. Let's start first application. Let's start braking a little bit now. Little bit. Oh, look at this for a bridge. Oops. I mean, the camera doesn't like it, but Nice, very pretty. So we are inbound towards Warrington Bank Quay, 14. So around here, yeah, you can see there's a line over there. There's the Fiddler's Ferry power station, the Arpley sidings, and the Latchford sidings. So there's a lot of freight stuff going on around here. I have a feeling... Oh, yeah, look at that. That's a whole freight yard over there. And there's a 47 in there with what looks like a coal train, probably for the power station. So, yeah, a lot going on. We are still doing 75 miles an hour, and we're a mile out from the station. I'm not nervous. I don't know what you're talking about. Again, PTG Rail watching, like, really? Really? What is this clown doing? Listen, I like trains. I've never said that I should be allowed to drive them for real. I really should start braking a bit more now, probably. Although, as we found out first time around, the brakes on the 86 are pretty good. Which is a good thing. They need to be good. We're still doing 60 miles an hour, help me. Nice percent braking. 50 round. Oh my god, it's there! Oh my god, it's there, and we're still doing 60. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Believe. I trust the brakes. I believe. They're on max service now. Sorry, PTG Rail. I'm having to do max braking because otherwise we are not stopping at Warrington. And in fact, it's going to be way too much. There we go. Ooh. We're just... just gonna move forward a little bit. I'm just gonna move forward a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Given that over half the train isn't in the platform. Just gonna crawl forward a little bit. It stops like a MiG too. Were MiGs known for their stopping power? I'll tell you what, we're not as late this... Well, we got here only a minute above time, so we made up some time. But now we're losing time again, because I'm... Right, where's the back of the train? Hold, notch down, run down. Power off. Back of the train, back of the train. Back of the train. Very useful having this drone camera here. Back of the train, back of the train. Back of the train is... still a bit far back. Oh, you really... This is a long train as well. You really have to get to the very end of the platform. Come on, come on. Everyone spilled their tea after that one. They probably. And then half the train went, right, I'm about to get off the train now. Oh, no, I'm not. Just get out of the train. Oh, no. Fall out the train onto the... Oh, no. Don't miss the stop now. Right. Come on. There we go. Okay, listen. Look, listen, right? The platform literally isn't long enough. Well, unless I moved a bit forward and the loco wasn't on the... It's way better than it was, okay? Just don't get out there. If you're in the back coach, just walk one coach along. There's only one door that's on the platform anyway. It's fine. And this is a short platform. That looks like there would have been a bay platform in there. Like, that looks like there would have been a track in there. Like, right in there, you see it? Load passengers. And then... lock doors. Yes, I can do that. Very much do that. What's on the dock? Oh, yeah! Oh, no! I forgot to look. Hang on. Class 81, 85, 86, and 87 locomotives. General information and driving instructions. Well, you know what I was saying about the trial versions, the 81, 82, 83, 84, and 5? Well, that's probably how similar they are to the 86 and the 87, because they're included in the driving guide, in the like the instruction manual, the 81 and the 85. So they must share some similarities there. I know the 85s. My dad always told me they were nicknamed roarers because, not as in Aurora Borealis, as in roarers, as in roar, because you know the whooshing sound that this loco's making. It made a more aggressive, roaring version of that sound, like a sort of like roaring, raging torrent of water almost. Right, notch up, run up. So now our next stop's Wigan in 11 miles. I love how the dashboard has a built-in clipboard. I know, right? Looks like an old track that got removed. Yeah, I agree. So, power, come on, power, come on. We were doing all right, making up time there, and then I kind of ruined it. So, we should be at Wigan in 6 minutes. We'll give it a go. Come on. Besides, we're not in Japan. Listen, if we were playing Running Train right now, the game would have, like, it would have just quit the game. Be like, no, this is unacceptable. You're more than a minute late. Just Alt F4 the game. You can't play this. The game would just delete itself off your Steam. Like, no, you're not allowed to play this. You're that bad at the game. Whereas in Britain, it's like, 3 minutes is fine. Modern British Railways is great British Railways. It's like, 3 minutes. What, you mean it's not 30? Fine, good. You did say 3 minutes and not 30 minutes. That's fine. You said 30 minutes, maybe. Right, we're up to Wigan Northwestern, which is apparently, if NJ Farrant's still here, fellow Dovetail Game staffer, who's also a Twitch streamer as well, a big Fallout streamer. Daggers McTimbers is her handle. She's lovely. You should go follow her as well. She's great. I believe Wigan is home turf for her, so we're approaching ends. We're approaching Harry's home turf here. Via, well, there's Earlstown that we're going to be passing through. Newton Le Willows. Parkside Colliery. Haydock Oil Terminal. Is that Kelbits? Kelbits Siding. Bickershaw Colliery. Wigan Springs Branch TMD. And then Wigan Northwestern. So there's a lot going on in this next section. You're in Britain, it's an obligation to be a couple of minutes late. Pretty much. Oop, there we go. So this would be... Oh, my word. Yeah, you can tell there's a lot happening. The game is struggling somewhat. The game is struggling somewhat. We are now passing... we're in a PowerPoint presentation now. Oh my word, there we go. Oh my word, there we go. Yeah, the game is struggling now. There's a lot going on, as you can tell. Time paradox of it really is. Yeah. It's like flipping the Twilight Zone, where was it Bernard's Watch? Where you could stop time? It's like that. Alright, there we go. So that bit, I assume that section was more sidings or more of the freight complex, because we've not passed through Earlstown yet. Unless it looks like the route sort of... You can either go off to the left, then right. Oh, maybe Earlstown's on a branch then. So maybe... Oh, we should be passing Newton Le Willows be the next stop on the mainline section. So I think Earlstown's on a branch. So that's probably where we'll go in, like the Pacer or something. Pacer or the 101. So... a bit more beans, come on. A bit more beans. We need to make up time. We're supposed to be in Wigan in 3 minutes. Come on, let's hustle. Well, I was about to ask how stream is going, but, yeah. What do you mean? Everything's going fine. I don't know what you're talking about. We're just hitting a few time paradoxes. That's what's happening. More importantly, though, hello, Millipede. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you back. The Thomas the Tank Engine stream was like the hello, old friends stream. And that theme is continuing tonight. Millipede's here. It's lovely to see you. How are you doing? I hope all is well. I hope Chomp's doing well as well. We are 8.5 miles away from Wigan, and we're supposed to be there in 2.5 minutes. So the math ain't mathin', but we continue. We move. We proceed. I'm also going to assume Millipede not going to be bothered if this stream keeps going past 9 PM. Why is that? The England game kicks off then. Exactly, there we go. It's not going to be fussed by that, I doubt. Glad to be here. I'm good as this Chomp. Yay! Oh, we need to slow down again. Down to 80 and then 100. No, God. She's Scottish. I'm just saying, whoops. Steady. Come on. Slow down a bit more, a bit more. A little bit. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, there we go. Whoa! We're doing the speed limit now. Look, it's just quite a sharp turn. So I imagine that way is the way towards Earlstown. So it might be a triangular junction. Oh, speaking of football. What's the football? It's going to move. Oh my word, I've just realised. This route's set in 1986. There was a World Cup happening in the Americas in 1986. It also didn't go well for England. Mostly because Maradona decided to be like, hey, I'm the greatest player in the world, using just my feet. How about I also use my hand as well? You don't have to. You really didn't have to do it to them. You were torturing them on your own, using parts of your body that you are allowed to use in a football game. Also aware that 86 is also a Vice City year as well, so, which again, Crewe-Preston 86, Phnom Penh 86, Vice City mission. You see, I think about these things. Some thought goes into them, sometimes. But yeah, lovely to see you, Millipede. So lovely to see you. Streamer friend. When were you play? What were you playing when I? Were you playing Disney Dreamlight Valley? I want to say. When I first found your streams, I can't remember. Cannot remember. Yeah. Anyway. So 80, 90, 100 graduate speeds coming up. Luckily, we're not doing any of those. So. Why's the brake on? Or we're just. Oh, we're just. It's just because we're climbing. Not sure I did that on Stra. Excuse me. Basically what that was as a message. Right, come on, give power. Give power. Okay, it's leveling out a bit now, but we can still do it with a bit of power, because we're only going to be getting faster from here. Yeah, we're not... We're supposed to be at Wigan Northwestern now, and we've still got 5.7 miles to go. Oops. Most importantly, let's make sure the power gauges of power... The gauges of power... Going up to 90 miles an hour and then 100. Maybe Sims. Oh, yeah, good shout, actually. Good shout, yeah. You did do some... I definitely remember you playing some Disney Dreamlight Valley. Some DDT... No, DDV, that's it, not DDT. Jake Roberts somewhere like... Why was someone streaming my finishing move on Twitch? Why was someone streaming my finishing move on Twitch? You want to stream 21? I got 22. Making pasta, so that's my excuse for whatever that typo was. I don't have an excuse for my typos normally anyway, so you're fine. Also, jelly. Not jelly, not pasta with jelly. Don't know, that might work. But, pasta sounds yummy. Tell me more about the pasta dish you are constructing, you are assembling. I explained at the top of the stream, by the way, that I have not eaten yet. I'm eating after the stream, but I do have pizza in the fridge for that eventuality, so I can pop some pizza on, probably open a bottle of cider, and I'll probably have the football on, and, you know, it'll be there. If the football happens to be on the telly box while I'm eating pizza and drinking cider, then it's just a happy coincidence, really. Right, we're at 100 miles an hour now. 3.5 miles away. So, if we learn anything, does mac and cheese count as a pasta? Because that's what I'm eating. Oh! I'm actually treating myself to mac and cheese tomorrow night. I say treating myself. It's an Asda ready meal mac and cheese with mozzarella bites as a side dish. I used to have it a lot more. It was like my treat meal every week. But unsurprisingly, a meal that's basically cheese with more cheese. It's not the healthiest, shall we say. So, but I haven't had it in ages. So I was like, oh, do you know what? It's the night before I go on holiday. I have been grinding the video essay. Video essay? I suppose it's a video essay anyway. The video editing recently. Absolutely powering along with that. To the point that one of the 6 Another Station on the Mile episodes that I've been wanting to put out, well, some of them have stretched back as far as 2022. I've been waiting to put these out. One of the 6 in the backlog might be good to go by this weekend. We'll see about that. Pasta and jelly? You two, yeah. Right, so we're just going to... First application break. Right. Pizza sounds good. Just a box of cheesy pasta. And I say, yes, Mike. Post-housework quick dinner. Oh, lovely. Good stuff. Mine's a ready meal 1, 2. Just throw it in the microwave 4 minutes. It's great. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, no judgment here. Now, what is... Oh, there's a pair of 20s over there, plus 20s. In their standard tag team face-to-face formation. So, let's try and not lose our nerve this time, because we kind of cacked our pants a bit when we got to about half a mile away from the station. We were still doing like 60 or something. Trust the brakes. They do work. Right, power off. Still doing 70 miles an hour. I swear I remember reading somewhere that you see the mile indicator at the top there, so it's 0.6 miles, now half a mile. We're doing 68, so you want to kind of match your miles per hour to the... I'm so scared. Right, some brakes. We're going to put some brakes on. Some brakes are going to be needed. Not all of them. Oh my word, the platform's there. Platform's there. What was that bit of advice that the game said? That you should ideally be entering a station platform at 30. We're entering it at 45. Oh, okay. Okay. Ease off a bit. Ease off a bit. Nope, we're still doing 25. Okay, nope, ease off a bit, actually. That's the thing with brakes, especially on these older locos, because they're like air-powered mostly. You have to sort of build up the air pressure, and then... So it's not instant. So, 8, 7, 6, 5... Oh, we're going to be spot on. We're going to be oh! We'll put it this way. A lot closer than we were last time. So, yeah, there we go. And all the coaches are in the platform this time. So, yeah, welcome to Wigan Northwestern. Daggers McTimbers' home turf. We're here. You hear some aggressive northern shouting. That's probably her somewhere. Just keeping passengers on their toes, making them think briefly you won't stop. Yeah, well, I was saying earlier that I watch a train sim world or train simulator guy on YouTube, and given he actually works as a signaller on the real railway, he is fastidious about his like driving and stopping correctly and everything else, and he's like the master at it. He's incredible. So I imagine him watching me. He's just face palming the whole time. He's like, what is this? What is this pillock doing? He was like, for example, he's like, you try and avoid using max brake because, you know, that would be quite an extreme stop, quite a sudden stop. You don't want to do that. Then there's me being like, oh no, help! Sparks flying out the wheels. And you stop a train about as well as I stop a plane, so... Then again, I feel like you failing to stop a plane has more disastrous reactions. Land a plane. Oh, I see. Okay. Now, there's a little orange thing across the tracks just up ahead. So, I don't know if is that a point thing, or... We've got 15 miles to go to Preston. Oh, that's quite nice then. So, we've had a run the full length of the route, basically the full length of the route, in passenger mode. And we've had kind of equidistant stops on the way, because we had, was it Winsford that we stopped at on the way out? That was about 10 miles north of Crewe. Then 11 miles to Warrington. Then another 10 or 11 miles to Wigan. And now 15 miles to Preston. At what point does a train become a roller coaster? I feel that velocity of braking begs that question. Nay, are you still in the chat? Someone's mentioned roller coasters. A special interest has been activated. Also, shout out to someone else who, formerly of Dovetail Games, formerly of Dovetail's Parish, social media manager Katie, who is now doing socials for the Planet Coaster games people. Because when I mentioned about like trains and then roller coasters, she was like, "Oh, funny you say that. That's who I'm working for now." No way, yeah. She's, I'm sure she won't mind you sharing her Instagram. It's at the Katie Musings on Instagram. She does mostly post about Disney Lorcana on Instagram, which is no bad thing. She's been kind of telling me how it works. Very interesting. I'm not sure I understand it quite yet, but then again, I'm that one nerd who doesn't actually know how D&D works. So, because for years, whenever it was like, I'm such a nerd, all nerds play D&D, I'm like, I don't. Well, what's a D&D? What is a D? Is it like a B&B? Oh, whoops. Apparently the 86 doesn't like Dungeons and Dragons either. Just shut off. It's like, no, not doing it. There will be no D&D played on my train. Thank you very much. Alright, come on, please. I'm just getting into Lorcana, but my partner taught me Magic the Gathering first, so that helped. Magic the Gathering's and all. Yeah, again, I have no beef against Magic the Gathering or D&D or anything. I don't know how to do. I don't know. I don't know. How do MTG? How to Mutge? So that's cool. You're getting into Lorcana as well. You'll probably get on great with Katie then. Roller coasters and Lorcana, be best mates. Did you know the engine of a plane also keeps the pilot? Really? No, I did not know this. Also, 86. Can we get moving now? Can we move? Oops. Can we crack on? Okay, this is worrying. Power is not happening. It did that thing. Hang on. We need to turn this off. I can hear some ticking going on in the engine bay. Yep. Okay, this is a slightly concerned. We're now going up a nearly 1% gradient as well. This is a very poor time to suddenly not have any power. Oh no. Oh, that's the fault light. Oh. Did I have random train faults set on this, or have help. Okay. Right. What's going on in here? I can't get in here. Do I have to crouch down? There we go. Please tell me there's something I can fix in here. Can I just hit something with a hammer? Bad time for me to make an engine failure pun. I said, yeah. Oh, I said, bad time for me to make it. When the engine stops spinning, you can see the pilot start sweating. Okay, so something's gone wrong, and I don't. The instruction manual, help. Handbrake. I don't know what the fault is. I don't know what's wrong. It's, Is there a scenario where we can rescue our train with another loco? There might have to be. Oh no. Oh no, we've actually stopped on the hill. Right, there, put the brakes on, put the brakes on, put the brakes on. We are now rolling backwards. Right. This is a great place to... Okay, now try a full brake and then a full brake release. Might do so. Or, hang on. Let's just do a full systems reset. Why is my chat apparently now disconnected? Oh, it's Twitch doing that thing again. I think. I hope. Right. Off. Brake full service. Off. Off. Alright, we're going to turn everything off. And we're going to turn everything on again. I suspect... Hang on. Oh, I can't zoom in on this either. Notch indicator. So that was moving, that one. But that one wasn't. So I suspect... I feel like one of the traction motors is deceased. Which is annoying. Because Preston's only 13 miles that way. Yeah, guys, we're not getting there. 86, I spent this whole time bigging you up and how much I liked you, and then you've gone blown up on me. Thanks. Also, let's just check, because, general. Train faults disabled. Okay. So, okay. That shouldn't have happened. How do I... Is there a way to fix it? I don't know what the fault is. I don't know what the fault is. Right. So we can hear that all doing its thing back there. As it should be. Right. Off. 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 Okay. Heat line, yeah, those are all good. Lights. Foot warmer. I don't need that on a day like today. Do not need that. Yeah, I suppose this is realistic. They're not actually... There's no, like... something's happening. Something's gone wrong. What? That's definitely off. I can't do anything with the... Oh, that door. Okay. Oh, no, not that one. No, not that door. Oh, hello. Is that a toilet? That's a toilet. Okay. That's a bog. Are there any fuses / breakers somewhere that can be reset? Oh, that's a good point. What would they look like? I'm not seeing anything that can be interacted with. That's the problem. This maybe? A fuse switch. Oh, hello. Hang on. Hang on. Set. Some sort of switch here like those. Okay. Now. No volts relay MCB. Now. Positive thoughts or denial. However, I fear neither of those would be very successful. Now, yeah, quick question. So, do we just... Tripped, set. Let's just go along all of them. Oh, no! I'm trying to figure out how... There we go. I'm literally just going to go along and see if turning these off and on again works. I mean, these are all for the headlights and tail lights, so these probably are not going to be that. Train heat, auxiliary control, main control, parking brake. No volts relay, tripped and set. Right, those are all reset, so it's worth a try. Nope, that's still very clearly a fault zone there. Oh, that's that. It's that door. Okay. Is that another toilet? Oh. Is there something I can hit with a spanner? Oh. Unless. And the only thing. Try and do now. Alright, let's. Forward. That's not even doing anything now. That's useful. It's gonna start walking to Preston. So, is there a fault acknowledgement button? Oh, maybe. Hang on. Hang on. Now, well, normally the, what do you call it? The AWS. AWS acknowledge. Train heat off. Train heat on. Overload reset? Ah! We might have fixed it. We might have fixed it. And it was just one button that was right in front of us. Right, okay. Okay. Calm down. Calm down, everyone. Don't get off yet. Come on. Come on. Brakes off. Power on. Oh, yes, yes. Gauge, no, steady. We've fixed it. We've fixed it. We've mended something. We've mended it. It lives. It lives again. Ah. Oh. I am the greatest driver ever. Ah. It has risen. It lives again. It blew a fuse. To be honest, the button right there, overload reset. Listen, we can mock that. We can say, well, you probably should have checked at the button that was right in front of you this whole time. Or we could be positive and say that we fixed the train. We fixed our train. It lives. It lives. Now, here's a question for you. We could be very Britishly late, yes. There's no time now in the top left. It's given up. It's like, just get to Preston at some point today. Eventually. It's birds apparently somewhere. They're quite happy with things. We fixed the train. We did. We had a bit of fun doing it. Yeah, apparently we did. There we go. It lived. It lived again. Now, here's a question. What names would you give to a Class 86? What kind of, if it was a Thomas the Tank Engine character, what kind of names would you give it? Also, hello, MB Rain. Great timing on your... Was it your presence? Did you arrive? John? Was it your arrival that, like, blessed us with life? You were like, I am rain. I am water. I give life. I bring life. I will heal your train. It's an electric loco. Water's probably the worst thing for it. Well, it's the point. It's the thought that counts. Anyway, yeah, Ebby, we fixed the train. We did. He's happy. Debbie's happy. I arrived after you fixed it. Claim that. Ah, I see. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I will. All right, then I will. Right. Still got 13 miles to go to Preston. And Angry Scootsman's arrived now as well. Oh my word, what is going on? Everything's happening. I feel like we're definitely going to overrun into the football, but I don't care at this point. Let's be honest, if you're in here watching a man play trains on Twitch, you're probably at that level with the football where you can have it on another screen. But hello, Angry Scootsman. Lovely to see you as well. That's two new folks that have arrived just after I've had to fix the train. I feel called out. How so? What, are you going to be bailing at 9 to watch the football? Trains... Football and the AJ. Oh, I see. I was going to say Tommy for a name because of Vice City, but that's too close to Tom. Oh, Tommy T, as we were calling him. Football in the A... I see. Not bait... Oh, Division of the Attention. I see. Oh, you're going to be split screening. There you go. You see? See? Anyone else that wants to do that, you could do that. You don't have to bail on me just because England are doing football. Football, England. It's coming, coming. Football's not coming home because it's been detained by ice. Anyway, can't ride a football to a cool place. Good point. Good point. Solid point there, well made. Anyway, come on. Come on, 86, let's hustle. Also reminds me there's a Green Day song called 86. Which I want to say was actually about Gilman Street, the punk scene, where they were like, no, you can't play here anymore, you'll sell out. Because the chorus is literally just, there's no return from 86. There's no return from this. How's it taken me this long to realise we're driving a Class 86 in 1986? Anyway, playing football can take one to cool places, though, so I guess it's close. But the football itself can't take you there. But you also can't kick a train for a goal. Preston North End up the search the nickname Lily Whites. Well, we did have someone in here, friend of the channel, called Preston, so we're heading to his house. Why would you want to? To be fair, I did see a very cute post on Instagram earlier from the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Railway, and they had set up a goal and a massive yellow football, and they got one of their steam locomotives to score a goal, and it had England flags on it and everything. It's very cute. I was like, that's the kind of patriotism I can get behind. You do training close enough. Yeah, there you go. Right, we're now going to be speeding. Steady on. I know you're excited now that you live again. Now that you're alive again, you're excited. Notch down. There we go. There we go. Oh, we're actually on downhill as well. Love that. What's that? Love that. That thing you just said seconds ago. Yep. I'm autistic and ADHD. It's all the explanation you need, and it's all the explanation you're getting. Also, I have a sneaking suspicion that there was another track over here. Oh, train scored a goal. Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, no, that was very cute. So we're still 8 miles away from Preston. The game has just given up showing me a time that it's like, you should be at Preston by now. It's just given up. It's like, I don't care. Just, if you even make it to Preston at this point, that would be a miracle. Imagine a game where you have to kick a ball into a goal onto another train as they're going down the... What, like, kick across the tracks? That does sound fun. Also, we are speeding now. I'm still not... Just because we're going downhill. Clearly, the hill that we were going up when we got stuck, we're now going down the other side of that now. So, the brakes on a little bit. Uh-oh. I don't like that. I'm a little nervous. It did the thing where suddenly that was building up and then suddenly it went phew. So, okay, no, that's fine. The fault lights, there we go, it's on. Oh, I just realised. I turned the train heat off. Not that they need it on a day like today, but, you know. Now that I would watch. Would that not be Rocket League meets... What's that Japanese train drifting game? At least we know where the reset button is now. We do. So we were along the right lines when we were turning everything off and on again. It's just we missed the button that was right in front of us that was literally the button to turn everything off and on again. Press button to turn off and on again. I was like, turn all of these off and on again. Go in there and turn every single fuse on that fuse box in there off and on again. Then should have gone. It's such a good pun, it's frozen the game. That is amazing. Even the game went... Really? That's amazing. Wasn't Denge to Go the serious one? Yes, Denge to Go was the serious one. Denge to Goal is an incredible pun, but I now want that to be a game now. If it isn't already. Back to positive thoughts and ordinal. Oh, man. Right. Now, we're still going downhill a little bit. We're doing 90 and 100. So we're not speeding. At this point, again, timing doesn't matter. We just want to get there. I don't know the drifty game. I'm very surface level on the trains. It doesn't matter. That pun has stolen the show, Emily Rain. Well done. Round of applause. Ah, now we're going down a little bit more anyway, so we can just keep coasting. That's fine. That's okay. Ooh, what stops this? This might be Leyland. Yes, Leyland. Yes, this is Leyland, I think. So, you know what that means. Will the game react in time? There we go. Bit of honking there. You were more correct by being wrong. Was that me or anything? That takes skill. Or was that? It was probably me. It was probably me. Right, 3.5 miles to Preston. Come on, we can make it. We can make it. Dinch attack was the drifting. I see, right. It should have... I was about to say it should have been called Dinch to goal, and then I was like, no, it's a train drifting game. It's not a game actually about train football. That's pre-punned. Hey! Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew, pew. All I know is I'm definitely going to need a pizza after this. Which is useful, because that's what I have. Very good. Also, I don't know why I'm worrying about finishing at 9, dead on kickoff for the England game. Have you seen England play football in the last... I was going to say the last few years. Have you ever seen England play football? I'm not exactly going to miss the first 15 minutes of the game and come in England are 5-0 up. If that now happens... If that now happens, I am taking all the credit. Thomas Tuchel can call me up. Be like, thanks for that. Cheers. Right, okay. Right, we need to focus now. Preston is 2 miles away. Preston in the chat, like, no, I'm not. I'm many more miles away than that. No, not you. Right. Train break. First application. Tommy Tactics knows what to do. Exactly. Yeah, it'll be fine. Bore oppositions to death. I mean, it worked under Gareth Southgate. Southgate would just spend the entire game being like, we're just going to be a bit terrible. And then suddenly at the end, just like, out of nowhere, equaliser in like the 97th plus 7 minute of the game. And somehow we make the final. And no one will know quite how. We'll even win penalty shootouts for the first time ever. It's going to hit 88 miles an hour and warp into the World Cup. Right. Mile. We're doing 80. Yeah, I think what I was trying to explain earlier is like 0.9 miles. I swear I remember reading something like that. Like 0.9 miles, you want to be doing 90. 0.8, 80, etc. Oh, there's an 08. There's Diesel. Hello, I've popped over from Sodor. And there's a 47 in Rail Freight Grey. Lovely. Diamond Jubilee. We're still doing quite... I did like the Southgate. Honestly... I think I didn't like... Oh, no, there's a red signal before the station. Oh, no, there's a red signal before the station. No. We're not... No! No! Oh, you are kidding me. You're absolutely titting me. What? Why? Why? Oh... God damn it. Does this mean, however, that our fixing the train moment is now going to be erased? Are we going to go back to the last checkpoint, which was the last station stop? Okay, well, even if that's the case, if it's been erased from time and space, yes, that is exactly what's happened. Oh my goodness. What? Well, now we know why I've just gone through a red signal. Look who's just turned up in the chat. I see you there, Bailey. Also, hello, Bailey. What the hell are you doing here? A train stream. Le Mans Ultimate be-influencing sim racing powerhouse that he is. I don't know. What are you doing here? A good question. I don't know. Anyway. I'm confused. I'm lost because I'm going backwards. Oh, God. Anyway, right. Focus. I clicked a link on Blue Sky. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, well, that tells me the... when it says you're live on Blue Sky thing, it tells me that's working. Right. Is there a nightmare scenario for this route? I don't know, JBS. Right now, I just want to finish this scenario. this run. I just want to actually get to Preston. Switch forward. At least you have the knowledge to get through this route, but then you went backwards. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Okay, power, power, power. Right, careful, careful. We'll be watching the World Figure 8. Shush. Stop it. Also, genuinely, Bailey, lovely to see you in here. I feel like I've been like visited by like an actual famous person. Actual big streamer wanders into my pleb channel. Right, signal good. So yes, for context, we've been trying to get to Preston from Crewe, and in this stretch, well, something blew up, and we ground to a halt on an incline uphill, and then we tried flipping everything, turning everything off and on again, and then discovered that the specific... Oh, no, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Careful. Notch down, notch down. Don't blow stuff up again. We've been through this. So, hold. Lovely. We tried turning everything off and on again, and then finally discovered that there was a big turn off and on again button right in front of us on the control panel. That thing called overload reset. So that turned everything off and on again. And we finally got going again after being delayed about 15 minutes or so. Just ground to a halt. And then we finally got to Preston, except that the signals were red before the platforms of Preston. So we went through a red signal, and we had to reload from the last checkpoint. So at this point, I just want to get to Preston. How hard can it be to get to Preston? How difficult? You Sonoma Mark Stan Preston. Something like that. Is the driver name that will not be mentioned still in the chat back? Yes, it is, Mike. Yes, it is. Don't go there. Also, we have new people here. The last thing they're going to understand is the most dead running joke on the channel. The running joke that was so dead it didn't even run. It stumbled and fell over and broke its leg. You'd be surprised at how difficult it is. What, to get to Preston? I know, right? Don't say that! Yeah, Preston, apparently it's very difficult to get to you. It's really difficult. It's proving a challenge. I never knew it was that hard to get to where you live. Right, come on. Power. Power, but not too much. Power, but not too much. This is our locomotive, by the way, the Class 86. It's a big electric buzzy boy. And it's very appropriate because this route is set in 1986 and we're on a Class 86. It's lovely. He said driver worse or less worse than NASCAR 21. It's about the same, really. About the same. Right, come on. Little power. Oh, I've just realised this is where we conked out before. How long? Now there's a deep cut. There's a deep cut right there. Right. Still accelerating. Still accelerating. Okay, I remember hearing those birds doing whatever they were doing after we... Tony... MB now just quoting off obscure, random, old NASCAR drivers. So I'm kind of here for, to be honest. I'll just keep going until I get banned by a bot myself. The name that's banned, by the way, isn't a NASCAR driver, so you'll be alright for that. And I'm actually quite curious as to what kind of random C-list NASCAR drivers you end up coming up with. I horribly misread the sight above the windshield as 87,426 as the max speed. Well, you also because it's 86,426 as well, so you misread it on 2 levels. Right, still accelerating, still accelerating. Nothing's blown up. Nothing's exploded. And remember, this time, there's possibly going to be a red signal before you get to Preston, so you're going to have to stop before then. Now, that's another thing I've had to unlearn. Well, I have to unlearn when I do my train driving games. I come in trying to drive them like a sim racer, late braking, fast as possible. I don't always do that. Have there been memes made with the Class 67 yet? No, because it's not in the game. And I don't want memes to be made of it in real life. It doesn't deserve that. No loco deserves that. Because there is only one funny 60 number, and it's 69. Moving on. in and out on shift duty, so I'll try not to be 80% of the chat by volume. Alright, nearing 90 miles an hour. 64 Zulu. I'm just sort of nervously twiddling my thumbs. Like, please don't blow up, please don't blow up, please don't blow up. Because this time, hopefully, we know how to fix it. I don't want to know. I just want to get to Preston now. Again, there was me like, we'll hopefully be done by 9 in time for the football. We're not. Let's be completely honest. We're not. This thing is impressively fast for a brick from the 80s. It was actually built in the early 60s. So it's even older than that. This thing would have already been the thick end of 25 years old, I think. At this time. 97, 98, and we're now going downhill, so we can run down the power. I will now be singing 64 Zoo Lanes myself for the rest of the evening, and I'm not mad about it. I will note, in this episode of Top Gear, AJ's forgotten to wear a hat. Yeah. Also, Top Gear mentioned, get well soon, Jeremy Clarkson. It has to be said. How's he going to show off his haircut? Yeah, it's my brand new haircut. Which is now going to be obscured behind a... the Class 86 was the first production AC electric locomotive on the network. Does that mean the 81, 82, 83, 84 and 85 weren't AC? Because I feel like they must have been. Unless you're counting the 81 to the 85 as like trial versions, not full production models. AC, well that explains the loud turbine noises of the motors, yes. Right, under 8 miles to go now to Preston. We can do this. I believe. I believe in the blue box. I believe in the blue meanie. I believe in blue dubba dee dubba die. I believe in my electric, our friend's electric. Yes, this one is. We're also, I believe, the 85, the 81 and 85 are in my book, experimental. I see. Okay, okay. So with the 82, 83, and 84 DC, then. I must admit, the world of electricity is a bit of a dark art to me. Now he's still in the chat, he's like, I'm literally an electrician. The new friends continue. The theme of new friends. Holly Ann _ How you doing, mate? It's Holly from up in Liverpool. Yes! Liverpool friend. One of the best improv nights out I've ever had. Just a random last night in Liverpool when I was staying up there, probably to film some Merseyrail stuff. And I just went out to a random pub and was invited into a pub quiz and ended up drinking with a bunch of these people that I'd literally met that night, including Holly, until, what was it, about 3 AM? Walking back to my hotel and everything. There you go. How to make a bunch of best friends in one night. Just go to Liverpool. Wonderful. There was a lot of them that had a couple of units and that's it. The 86 was the first out of mass production. I see, right, I get you. Probably with DC electric motors being more common in the old days. Yes, welcome new friend. Lovely to see you in here, Holly. That's an amazing friend origin story. I know, right? Cal and Josh are here too. Hey! Hello! It's a whole gang just gathered around a computer. We all say hello from the Liverpool pub. The pub! Are you in the pub right now? This is, it's all coming up Millhouse, really. This is wonderful. We also have an American in the chat who's an Everton fan, so... Liverpool is converted. Oh, by the way, this is Leyland Station. Hello. I got dragged to the pub by a few locals. Yeah. They asked you if you wanted to go to the pub, but it wasn't a question. A phone in the pub garden is our method of TV. That's perfect. That's spot on. And what a lovely evening for a drink as well. What a lovely evening for a pub, a drink at Beer Garden as well. I'm going on, well, on Friday I'll be going on holiday, so hopefully there'll be a bit of that involved for me, especially with how hot it's going to be next week, apparently. So, yes, there's definitely going to be a lot of that, probably. Meantime, we are now just over 3 miles away from Preston. You arrive, by the way, in the middle of a saga that has unfolded in this stream. This was supposed to be a simple run from Crewe to Preston on a passenger express train. It's turned into a bit of a mission, because apparently, whenever we've got north of, was it Wigan, first time we did this, our train blew up. Something happened on our loco and it died, so it came to a halt in the middle of the tracks on a upwards incline. So we had to try and turn everything off and on again, and then eventually found that the turn everything off and on again button that we were looking for was right in front of us the whole time. Doesn't matter, we got our train fixed. It lived again, it was revived. We then got to Preston. I'm gonna start slowing down now, actually. I'm gonna start slowing down now. Oh, it's yellow now. That signal's yellow now. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. And then, yeah. The whole reason why I'm saying I don't trust that signal, first time we got to Preston, having revived our train from the dead, I was like, okay, we'll get into the station and we'll be able to brake. Oh no, the signal before the platforms of Preston is red. Oh, we've gone through it. That's an instant fail. So, yeah. Now this time around, the signal's like, oh no, I'm yellow this time. You don't have to worry about me. Shush. Right. We're about a mile out from Preston now. We've got to be able to do this. I want to be able to drive other trains on this route this evening. Like I say, any plans to finish before the football kicks off, that's not going to happen. It just isn't happening. Oh, that's nice. My friend's just... Speaking of football, we're just headed home for the night, AJ, so we'll see you soon. But do not blow up your train again. I'll try not to. I will try not to. And I will find whatever excuse I can to make it up to Liverpool again very soon. I'm going to be in... Might be in Manchester in a couple of weeks, so I can swim by on the way home, or the way up there, whatever. Yellow means don't know yet, they're asking on the signal side. Basically, yes. Holly, cannot tell you how much of a joy it is to have you in here, by the way. Lovely to see you guys, and I hope you guys have a lovely evening. And yeah, I will definitely see you again. Look at that! Only our track has the yellow signal. All the others were red this time, but this time, they were like, no. No, we're not going to catch him out again. This time, oh, there's some 47s over there in the yard, and some 86s, yes, 86s and 47s. Oh no, we're gonna stop early again. Trains with fog of war, pretty much. No, we're gonna stop early again. No, come on, no, we've come this far. We're not doing this again. Look, it blows up. No, right, we're finally in Preston. We have finally arrived at Preston Station. What I'm saying is, if we now overshoot and go through the red signal at the end of the platform, I'm going to walk out the window. I'm going to just do like that gif from the IT crowd. Just walk out the window. I'm just done. Right, come on. All we have to do is stop up here. This blue marker. That's all I have to do. That's all I've got to do. And then we'll be done. We've literally gone through time and space. We've revived our engine from the dead. Right, first application. At this point, I don't care if we stop a bit early. Our coaches are well in the platform, so it doesn't matter. Just stop there. Stop right now. Thank you very much. There we go. Bosh. Also, we're in 1986. Everyone on the platform's like, what song was that you were singing? Oh, you don't worry. In about 10 or 12 years' time, your kids will love it. Alright, no passengers. And yes, here we are. I make that. We are at Preston. We are officially at Preston Station. It's happened. And to commemorate the occasion, I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to take a picture of our loco that literally rose from the dead like Lazarus. Field of view. More zoom. Focal point. There we go. This is why I spend 95% of my time playing this game when I'm not streaming. It's just taking photos. Honestly. All scenarios I have to add like half an hour onto the expected length. They're like, oh, it'll take you half an hour to do this run. No, it'll take me an hour. Right, vignette off. Brightness. No, yes. Okay. Bam, there we go. Bosh. Lovely. Right. Here is our machine. Our mighty 86. It died and came back to life again. Oh my word. Hello. Okay. We're good. We're done. And I got a gold medal. Apparently there was no time it was due at Preston. So we were 4 minutes late at Hertford. 163 yards. It's not a great stop accuracy, if I'm honest. 5.75 and then 16. Slightly better. Wigan Northwestern, we were 5 minutes down. And then Preston, they stopped bothering to keep count of the time. They just didn't know. They just didn't know. But we made it. We did it. We got there. Oh. And, well, what I'm going to briefly do is I'm just going to refill this. So I'll be back. Do I brew a fresh cup of tea? Do I brew a fresh cup of tea? No. No, I don't. It's too late. It's too warm. I've had my tea already in the stream. I don't need another. So, I'll be back momentarily. And we'll crack on with something that doesn't involve trying to get a Class 86 to Preston, which apparently is the most difficult thing in the world of railways. Okay, well, that didn't take too long, did it? So there we go. We're back. I guess we found its name, Lazarus. I think we did. My goodness. Oh. Okay. Stick with me. My brain is a weird thing. You know that by now. And if you don't, you're new here. Lazarus, I believe, was the working title for what was going to be the third series following on from Life on Mars and Ashes to Ashes. Two of my favourite TV shows of all time that are set in the same universe. Lazarus was going to be the name of the third series. Apparently they cancelled it because of COVID, but it might also still be happening. I don't know. But the thing is, all those shows, I believe, are named after David Bowie songs. I heard Ashes to Ashes and woke right up. There you go. You see? So, I just thought, we're in the 80s in this route. So does that mean we name that train David? That loco David? Or Bowie? Now, meantime, while we're considering that, and while we're reminiscing about how Ashes to Ashes is the best show ever, what do we do next? Call her Rio. That's Duran Duran. That's Duran Duran. Good song, though. Also, on the Ashes... Was it? I think it was. I think Rio was on the Ashes to Ashes. No! Girls on Film was the Duran Duran song that was on the Ashes to Ashes soundtrack. I think. There might have been more than one. It was the most 80s show ever, and that's part of the reason why it's so good. Recently rewatched it and have a new appreciation for it, and I loved it when I watched it the first time. Do you know what? I've been meaning to rewatch. I have my original box sets. Life on Mars Series 1 and 2, and Ashes to Ashes 1, 2, and 3. Yes, Davey. Yes, I just squished David and Bowie. Davey. That works. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to just have a quick little run on the most 80... Bovid. I just mentioned COVID. We're we're going to have a run in that most 80s of icons, the Pacer. Because they're all 10-minute short runs. So with any luck, this shouldn't be too much of a faff. Orange bank key, orange bank key. Fire up the Pacer instead of fire up the Quattro. Orange bank key to Newton Le Willows, calling at Earlston en route. Now, Earlston, I believe we didn't stop at on the... It was on that... Yes! I think it... Yeah. Okay. Orange bank key to Newton Le Willows, calling at Earlston. Okay, yes, we can do that. Right. If you're wondering why I said this was infamous, it's also peak 80s. The Pacer, basically built on the cheap, because in the 1980s, British Rail were being told by someone, Miss Thatcher, to cut costs everywhere. I know, you're shocked. And so they were like, we need to build trains as cheaply as possible. Let's build this, which is basically a bus on train wheels. So, yeah. There's a reason why it also got the nickname Nodding Donkey, because it likes to nod and bounce around a bit. So, I've gained a new appreciation for them now that they're not used in real life anymore on the main line. They're now mostly on preserved railways, which is probably where they were built to go, to be honest. Just potter around on little branch lines. They should never have been out on the main line, being asked to go like 70 miles an hour and stuff like that. Like, what are you doing? Why would you do that to a poor donkey? Anyway, here is our donkey. Right, where's our destination? Overview. Schedule. We are going to Newton Le Willows, I believe. Trying to remember what our actual... Oh, Chester to Manchester, Victoria. Okay. So, destination blind. How do we control it? Yes, there we go. Night service, special, Liverpool. Manchester, Victoria. There we go. It's sort of in there. Close enough. Hang on. I just... let's have a look. Manchester, Victoria. There we go, that's close enough. It's fine. That'll do. One that has the funky manual transmission that drives like a bus. It basically is a bus on wheels. It's not like the older DMUs, like the Class 101 that we could have picked. That actually has a manual transmission. Like, you actually have to change gear and stuff. That's funky. So. Honk, honk. Yep, master key on. Versa. Forward. Public service announcement. Public service broadcasting. No. That's what's on my t-shirt. Honk. That works. Headlights, we've got them on. Brake. Off. Oh. And we're moving. It works. It lives. Our donkey works. That's a good start. Let's give it the beans. Let's give this donkey the beans. Look at it go. So it does have some sort of so I think it has an automatic transmission, because it definitely just heard it change gear. But I didn't change gear. Oh my word. Steady on. Still here, but loaded up Discounty to play. So have you on my second. I thought you said Discovery for a second. Is Discounty the library game, or is that something else? I know there's been some games recently where it's like, here's one that's about stocking books in an old library. Because that's literally all anyone wants to do right now after they've survived the hell of living modern life. That's the only game they want to play, is a game about tidying up. I'm not saying anything bad about it. Right, so 30 miles an hour. Oh, we can do 60 now. It literally sounds like a bus. That's because it is. It just is a bus. It just is. They're perfect for heritage railways, though, to be fair. Because heritage railways are mostly the kind of small branch lines that these were built to run on anyway. So, you know. And if it gives heritage lines a cheap train that they can just fire up and it runs. Librarian, tidy up the arcane library, which was so fun. Oh, I see. Also, so what's the game you're playing now? Discount City, or whatever it's called. That's actually the name of the pound store on my high street. Which is where I got some of my first NASCAR diecast, actually. Oh, Discounty is Stardew Valley kind of graphics, and you run a supermarket. Okay, Discounty, that makes sense. Okay. That does make sense, given my joke about Discount City, because that was basically like a pound land, a mini sort of pound land. We've got another temporary speed restriction. As you can see up here, it's another 50. 50. Oh yeah, NASCAR, David Stremme. MB back on the, I'm just going to name random mid-2000s NASCAR drivers. Also, the condensation for this cold Bepius. Incredible. Oh, we're doing 60. And we're not supposed to be doing 60. It's a rapid donkey. Look at this little donkey. It's motoring along. Oops. Motoring along a bit too much. Steady on. There we go. Oh, look at that. Got a 47 on what looks like a freight. No, it's passenger. I'm wrong. I'd love it if they coded in, like, what you got. I'm pretty sure we got it in, unless it was a complete coincidence. I don't think it was. I'd love it if they coded into this game what we got in Thomas and Friends, where the trains whistle to each other. If you whistle to another train, they whistle back. I'd love that in this. You just honk at another train and they honk back. You're lovely. I just did a bit of research. It says the Pacer was built by Leyland Motors and used the same engine and transmission used in the Leyland National Bus. Yes. It is a bus. I can't say it any other way. It's a bus. It's a bus designed to run on train wheels. That's it. It is just a bus. Return honks. Yes. Oh, it's another train. More drive-by honkings. Now that's an 86. Oh, wow. Did you hear that? So that's what it sounds like. That's what the train we were just driving, David, or Bowie, Bowie the train, was, that's what it sounds like from the outside. Anyway, we can now do 60. Now actually do 60 miles an hour. Let's go, donkey. Go, donkey. Little donkey's galloping along. Actually, this is a bit of a smooth bit of rail, so it's riding along all right. It's not nodding. It's not actually being a nodding donkey right now. Also, my goodness, stepping out to get the Bepius was a fresh reminder of just how hot it's got in here. Because I've closed the windows because the sun shines on that wall of my house from about 1 PM onwards. Oh, we've got to do 50 again. Never mind, we're not doing 60. So I've closed the windows also so the whole street doesn't hear me shouting. And I've closed that door, and there's a fan there. Walking out of the room and then coming back in was a reminder. I'm not sure how much hotter this room is compared to the rest of the house. I'd probably say about 5-10 degrees at the very minimum. It's... you notice it. Just put a mirror there, give the light back to the sun. You know, I've heard some people say that, like, if you put, like, I don't know, it's not actually tinfoil, but it may as well be tinfoil. A sort of lining on the windows to cover up, it sort of bounces the heat back out. So it helps keep the heat out by bouncing it back out. So, given how toasty things might get, and things do get now every so often in the summer these days, might be worth looking at that. Also, we're going up a bit of a steep gradient here. Yeah, that could work, but it's also you're going to blind randos on the street. I don't care about that. Walking past my house. My eyes! Should have been looking in anyway. Look at those car windshield liners. Yes! Yeah, I think it's the same thing. So also, the speed limit now is up to 70 miles an hour, but it's a 1.2% gradient, so it's struggling. It can't do more than... Can it even get to 50? Come on, donkey. Can you do 50? I'm also aware that Earlstown Station is just around the corner, so we should probably start slowing down anyway. Is it going to do 50 by the time we get to the station? I don't think it is. Yes, 50. There we go. It did 50. Right. Throttle off. Braking. Well, not yet, actually. Let's be patient. Oh, we do have to be doing 20 before the station, though. Whoops. Oopsie. Ah, yes, because there's kind of a sharp turn before the station. We're not going to be... Aha, whoa, and the station's right on the curve. What was that PTG rail said about not using step 3 of braking or above? Which... Oh, no, I didn't. Well, barely. Wow, that is a funky... That's a funky little station. Hang on. Unlock the doors. Let's hop out quickly. Can we... yes. Let's hop out quickly and have a look. That is a funky station. Look at that. So, hang on. The main line is literally there. So you can basically... What? Oh, sorry. Hang on. It's like, where are you going? You're supposed to be leaving now. Sorry. Just wanted a quick look around. It's just... That's a funky little station. Earlstown, we'll have to come back here again at some point. We'll have to visit you in real life if it's still open. I assume it is. Lock left. Look left, and then lock left. So, brakes off. Honk-de-honk. And then... accelerate. Reminds me of that building in London that can melt cars at the right time of day. Is that the Gherkin, or is that another of those funny-shaped buildings in London? Yellow signal, but doing 20 miles an hour. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so there's like a triangle there. So, I want to say those tracks that we're going onto now, I want to say that there's like a fork junction that when we were going up to Preston on the main line, we just went along the tracks that we've just been on, but coming the other way. So we went that way through the, as we're looking at it in the game, we went that way through the junction. Oh, the walkie-talkie. Ah, yes. Oh, we can do 75 in this section. Well, we can, but will we? Newton-le-Willow station is 0.7 miles away. How fast can we go before we get there? Oh, it's called the walkie-talkie. Ah, I know the one. Park the 07 McLaren F1 car next to the building to return fire. The Silver Boy. Right, how fast can we get this thing to go before we have to stop for Newton-le-Willows, which is literally there. We're looking at it. So Newton-le-Willow. So this is 2 stations that we didn't have on our first run. That's neat. That's good. We like that. And there's a passenger train up ahead. Or there is a train of some kind at least. Okay, so I'm going to call it quits at 44 miles an hour. At Lewis Hamilton miles an hour. AJ, we're in 1986. Who the hell's Lewis Hamilton? Yeah, you'll find out one day. Oh! It's a big old coal train. Nice. That's neat. Also, we should probably start braking a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Well, that's where we were supposed to have stopped. There we go. We stopped in the platform, it's fine. Just because we didn't stop in the specific bit of the platform we were supposed to. We in the platform? Yes. Can everyone get off the train? Yes. Lewis Hamilton was 1 year old. Somewhere a baby Lewis Hamilton has been birthed. Oh. Oh, that's it. There we go. How's that, a platinum or a silver medal? Maybe a platinum? I'm not sure. Anyway, that was a nice little run. Right. Can you let me off the train, please? No, let me off the train. What are you doing? Oh. Hang on. Please. No, we're leaving. I've been kidnapped. I can't get off my train. Help. Right. Okay. Never mind. Just teleport instead. The driver of the service just got on and just dragged me out of the seat. Just like chucked me over. Just like carjacked me like in GTA. It's like, no, get off. It's my train now. Anyway. So, we've got the new 47.3 and the Class 20. Now, we just saw some Class 20s doing their thing. So, let's do BR Blue head code box. Rail freight disc, rail freight, head code. That one. Because I think that head code box with the 2 white dots in it looks like eyes. That kind of makes them look like it's a Big Hero 6 that has eyes like that. So, loaded coal train from Springs Branch Junction to Arpley MSC sidings. Arpley Michael Schumacher sidings. 14, 47, 21, 47, 27. Time is it? 2028. Yeah, we're not doing that whole finish by 9, are we? Light locomotive. No, that's boring. 27. Loaded coal train from Big Shore Colliery to Springs Branch Junction. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. Next stop, Funky Town. Wrong. No stop at all. No. None. Yeah, there's an elephant there. By the way, there's an elephant at the station. I do want to drive more of the German routes as well, because I want to get more into German railways in general. They're very fascinating. Right, here we go. Wait. Wait for a moment. Ooh, wow. Okay. So here's our tag team of Class 20s. Now, this was a very common pairing for them. Also, kind of weird in that these are the fronts of the locomotives. So they're kind of face to face and technically running in reverse. But that makes sense when you realise that, I mean, look how much better the visibility is out the back. So, yeah, they'd pair them up. Sounds like a muscle car. There is a reason they are nicknamed choppers. I think it's because they either sound like a helicopter, or it might be because they sound like a chopper motorbike. That's a nice throb they've got. Anyway, we've got to wait. We're still waiting. Hold on, though. Wait a minute. We're in this one. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, what? Hang on. We're looking out the front, and then we get... What do we do? We're not at a buffer stop. Oh, right. Stop at location. Signal WN62. Do that. Okay, let's... yeah, you can see... Let's have a look. That's the frontal view, normally. That's the front visibility. Yeah, you can see why they ran them in reverse a lot more. It's like they were designed backwards. I wish there were more Japanese routes, but I gather it's hard for them to get the licensing. I want to say there is one on the way, I think, or there was one that might be happening. I know there's more European or different kinds of European routes that might be coming as well, which would be very cool. Now, where's the master key? Master key, where are you? You round here? Are you there? Master key, where are you? Where do I unlock the power from? No, not that one. Front visibility for steam. It really is. Really is. Throttle off. AWS. No, I don't need that. Okay, the horn works. It's very squeaky. That's a very squeaky horn. Aha, master key. Right, there you go. This is where you'd see where you're driving it forwards. Yeah. So, they've put another driving cab in for driving in reverse. So, right, master key on. Versa forward. Is that forward that way? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Take the brake off. Throttle, slow speed position. Throttle, 11%. Okay, that very much doesn't sound like an engine that's moving or under any power. So, slow speed control off. Stop. Let's have a check in here. Let's do more checks. Oh, that reverser is set to reverser off. So we turn that reverser off. And then this one on. Oh, hello. It means forward as in that way. Hang on. Stop. Okay, it's fine. Right. Reverser. Into reverse. Okay. Now. Why are we still moving backwards? What? What are we doing? Help. Okay. Forward. Were we just moving backwards because it wasn't under enough power? I'm gonna guess you're sat on the clutch pedal. I might well be. Right, so it's powering. You can hear the look at the engine, but we're not really moving. Kind of not moving at all. Oops. Yeah, we're not doing much moving, if I'm honest. Now, engine only. Does that do anything? Nothing's happening. It's making noise and it's just not moving. Well, that works. Handbrake released. Yes, definitely. That's released. Okay. Slide speed control off. Right. Throttle off. Ah, I see. Right. Okay, so that changes that. Oh, I see. So, reverser... Hang on. Reverser off, reverser off. Okay, so they're synchronized. Okay, that's fine. Right, handbrake released. Isolated? Does that do anything? New. Right. Why won't you work? I've just driven a Class 86 and I revived it from the dead. Fuse box. Is there anything over here that's like... Is there anything over here that's... Oh, hello. Unisolated. Does that do anything? Oh, hang on. Wait a minute, I didn't turn this off, did I? Oh. Are the engines of all the locos engaging, or is the only one you're sat in trying to pull the whole load? Well, it's supposed to be these two that are both engaging at the same time. I'm not sure what these two are supposed to be doing. All I know is I am extremely confused. It is also entirely possible, and I'm not just saying this to make excuses, although it might be partially, but it could just be a bug. Could be a bug. These things do happen. So, could be that. Right, we've reset everything. And speaking of old friends, another one has just appeared. How lovely to see you again, Black and Wild. We're just shouting at diesel locomotives, trying to get them to work. And it's not working. Right, so the engine's revving up. Okay, I'm calling a mulligan on this because I'm lost. I'll get out and push. Yeah, I'm not sure. It might be that we have to do does the hot plate work? Yes. Well, the hot plate works at least, so that's nice. At least we know that works. Those are wipers. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confuzzled. There might be a tutorial as to how to do that, as to how to operate them. In fact, let's go do that. Because yes, I have completely given up any hope. What's another short jump back to the start? To the trains, choose route, West Coast Main Line. No, not free roam. Training modules. Coal loading. 47.3, class 20. Operating the slow speed control system and wagon unloading. I mean, we don't really need to do that. Did you pull an Arnold and yell, "Work, you piece of..." Punch it, and then it starts? In our previous train, it kind of did. We basically turned everything off and on again, and then eventually found the correct button that turned the right things off and on again. So, right, let's go over here. No, hang on, no. I need training. Excuse me. Training modules. Class 20. BR class 20/O. Right. Okay. Let's see if there's something we're missing here. Because sometimes there's just one, like, button that we're missing. And yes, I have completely given up hope of finishing before 9 PM, but who cares? You can watch the football on the side if you really want to. At least my neighbours won't be too...
Welcome to this British Rail Class 20/0 in Rail Freight Grey livery. In this introduction, you'll undertake a variety of tasks, such as locomotive startup from a cold state.
Well, here it is.
Shunting, coupling, and driving.
It's very possible, Mike.
These locomotives were first introduced as part of the British Rail Modernisation Plan in the 1960s. The type features
you see what I mean about the face now?
At one end.
Also,
mounted on two
fun fact,
each with two
you know the
axles.
Soviet military train, the armoured train that James Bond takes out with a tank in GoldenEye? The locomotive hauling that, one of these,
was immediately
with some extra bits of metal welded onto it,
which was revealed
like some side skirts and a big wedge thing on the front and some stars.
For which it was originally developed.
You got me wanting to get back into trains again. Oh well, there you go. That was me being like, well, I've completely failed to play the game properly tonight, but
was very distinctive
that's encouraging to see.
Network, as it represented the first clear break from the universal application of variations of Rail Blue for 15 years.
Oh, we're even getting a thing about the rail freight livery. That's nice. Check the train. Open the battery box. Right. Surely this wasn't a thing we had to do, was it? Right. Battery box. Set the battery to normal. This can't have been it. Because the train was already running. That was what was bizarre. Like, we were even getting, like, power out of it's starting the engine from cold. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This locomotive features 2 driving positions. Dependent on direction of travel, a feature unique to this class.
Okay. So I'm assuming, because we're going that way, we'll set the AWS cab change lever end to on. No, that wasn't it. Oh, that's something I've had to do in the 86 before. We weren't missing that, was it? Rotate the seat to face forward. I think it was. I bet that's what it was. Because I've done that with the 86 before. Pretty certain. Sit in the seat. Right. Set the master key to on. Reach across the cab. Set the reverser to engine only. Engine only. Press and hold the engine start button. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Engine start. Reach across the cab again. And that's running. Turn on the high-intensity headlamp and the marker lights.
You will now be required to move the locomotive a short distance to a wagon nearby.
Okay.
The route is clear, so you can begin when ready.
Right. Okay. Brakes off. Oh, handbrake. Yeah, better release that. Okay, in fairness, on the one we were just driving, that was already released, so that wasn't a problem. Right. And released. Off. Burst forward. Set locomotive brake to... Oh, hang on. Whoops. Full service. 100%. Train brake release. Now we set the loco brake to... Is that it? That was another thing we didn't do. So... Slow speed position. We are moving! Okay, we're moving. Right. Okay. Back to the main menu. We're not finishing the tutorial. Have we figured it out? So, the 2 things we didn't do that we found in that tutorial. The AWS change ends lever, which I feel like that might have been it. Because I've had to do that in the Class 86 before, and I think that there's other locos I've had to do that with before. They've not worked until you do that switch. But I wonder if the thing with the putting the loco brake to 100, then train brake off, then... Although I don't know, because that might have just been because we were light loco, you know? Right. Let's give this another go. What were we trying to do? It was one of the, like, 15-minute runs, wasn't it? 11 minutes. Locomotives. Loaded coal train. Loaded coal train. Driving this locomotion. Where are you? 21 minutes. No, that's an empty train. It's boring. Speed link service and Arpley to Newton and Winnows. It's around 5 o'clock, wasn't it? The one we were doing? The one we were going to do? I think it was, anyway. 12 minutes. No. Not that one. Loaded coal train, Big Shore College. There we go. Right. We're gonna get this right. This has been the stream of problem solving, hasn't it? It really has. Also, I'm just going to open the... I say open the blind. There we go. Let a bit of light in. Because now it's not shining directly on the... Right, here we go. Let's do this again. Wait. But this time... Cab change end lever. On. Now, handbrake released. Now, master key. On. Off. Engine start. Yes, they're definitely running. Right. %. Neutral shutdown. Release. Headlight on. Not that that's made a big difference, really, but... Okay, just got to twiddle our thumbs for a moment. Right. Now. Reverser. Forward. Brake off. That brake off. Handbrake released. That's good. Let's give it some beans. It's trying to do something. It's also wheel spinning like mad, so... Wood. Slip brake. Deploy the sand. I have to. Imagination, or are we moving? Guys, we're moving. Guys, we are moving. We are moving. We just have to be very careful with the throttle. We are dragging this whole thing along with us. I don't think those locos at the back are under, are on power. I don't think they are. Also, you see that little Scotty dog, the Westy dog, on 2198? That is a... Oh, what depot was it? I want to say it was the Glasgow depot, which was called Glasgow... Not Pomedy. It might have been Pomedy depot, but that was a logo that was painted on locos based out of a certain Scottish depot. And yes, can confirm, beans are happening. Also, we're going up a 1% gradient. Probably not helping the whole wheel spin thing. Let's give it a bit more power. Give it a bit more. Give it a bit more. Big, I mean, that's a big old train. Look how long it is. You can see from this end. See the locos on the other end. Set the end switch of brakes for those rear ones to be powered as well, but they're probably in neutral. Yeah, they're probably in neutral. I can't see a way that they would be controlled from this cab as well. Yeah, it doesn't help that we're also going up a steep incline as well. IRL with a load that heavy, you would have drivers running the other end as well in tan. That's probably what should have been happening, yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure why we're dragging that. Train sim, not crane sim. Come on, choppers, come on. Right. I'm also wondering if this might have something to do with the slow speed control, but I also feel like that's something more to do with like actual loading coal and like actually setting it to, you know, stay at a consistent speed while you're loading coal and coal's going into the wagons and stuff. So come on, we're nearly at the point. Are we going to finish this scenario before the football starts? I just need it to level out a little bit. That's all we need. What are you still doing on the back here? Hang on. Don't wait. Hang on. Well, that might help. Bye. I didn't need you. Oh, blimey. Do you know what? It's almost like the train suddenly got a bit lighter. Just left them there. To be honest, that's probably what we should have done to begin with. We should have just left the 20s in the siding anyway. But just clonk. There we go. They're like, are there brakes on the coaches, or is that... Ooh. Oh, that's a good question as well, actually. Hang on. Let's check. Are we supposed to have... So I can't see... Don't think so. I think we're okay. Brakes are off, yeah. Okay. This is serious business. This is very serious business. Can't see anything that could be tail lamp. Oh, there we go. Well, that needs to be plonked on, so there we go. That's helpful. Just making sure that wasn't an issue as well. Maybe it's just mega heavy. Yeah, well, it's starting to level out now, so... Hustle a bit more. Get a bit of speed up a little bit. Here we go, maybe. Maybe. Miles an hour, we're getting there. Starting to build up a bit of speed now, we're on the level. Okay, we're starting to pick up a little bit of speed now. You do have me wondering about something. Just on a couple more wagons. No, I don't need those either. Yeah, we're starting to gain some speed now. Give me full throttle. Can we give it some beans? Long train, it really is. It really is. Spoiler alert, we're not going to finish the stream before the football starts. Very sorry to inform you. Now here's a question, chat. I've still not had my dinner. I was planning on having it after the stream. Do I have the pizza while I'm streaming? Do I do that? You know, I could. Because otherwise I'm probably not going to be eating until past 10 o'clock at this rate. Oh, we've got another steep climb. Come on, let's hustle. just smoked out that bus going over the bridge. Food is important, it is. Right, come on. Ah, the grinding noise has stopped now anyway. I think that was just going around the corners, so... If you're enjoying your time streaming, then yes, as Envy said, food is important. Yes, I concur. I'll see if I can find, if I can do one more, because I wanted to run the Class 47 as well tonight. It's just everything else is kind of ended up taking a little bit longer than expected. A little bit longer than expected. So, you know, could put the oven on before the next, and then, yeah, could do that. Is your automatic brake lever in the running position? What automatic brake lever? Oh, we're leveling off a bit now, actually. Train brake is released and locomotive brake's released. So there is no automatic brake lever. Handbrake's released. That's off, and that's off. So, not sure what other brakes would be on at this point. Clonkety clonk, clonkety clonk. Ah, now we're on the straight. We're on the level. We've still got 2 miles. We've still got 2.3 miles to the signal. Then again, this whole line is 20-mile-an-hour speed, so it's literally this scenario just getting to signal WN62. It's been enough of a mission. God knows what the 47's going to throw at us. We've had the 86 blow a fuse box or something. Just explode and die. We've had the 20s refuse to work. There's a little farm track there, by the way. Gate through a field, anyway. That's a cute horn, though. Very high. Very high pitched. Right, we're also going a little bit downhill now. So that's nice. Just put the brake on a tiny bit. Tell you what, I'm glad these trucks aren't troublesome, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. The fact we've just done. Sounds like one of those little spray can air horns. It really does. Maybe I came prepared for the football after all. England! And by the way, they should have just kicked off, apparently. So if you are still here, thank you. I'm sure I'll know what the England score is based on the reactions from my neighbours. Alright. Meantime, come on, we have to get to signal WN62. We just have to, okay? We just have to. Are the plastic trumpets still a thing? I remember hearing those getting banned from me. Oh, the vuvuzelas. I'm not sure. They were a big thing in the 2010 South Africa World Cup, and that was it. And then every so often they appeared. I remember having one on a student protest in 2013. I was just given one. I'm like, this is yours now. I'm like, okay, thanks. I learned how to play it. Well, you don't play it. You just sort of you, you do that, basically, and then it sort of makes a noise. It makes a farty noise, and that's it. Right, come on. Mile and a half. Can someone work out how long it will take to do 1.5 miles at 20 miles an hour? We are now doing exactly 20 miles an hour. Yeah. We'll just quickly take a photo while we're here. 4.5 minutes, okay. Well, we're nearly there. Oof, that's long. That is long. That is a lengthy train. Motion blur. Yeah, no. Funny joke. Motion blur. Funny joke. You know, to represent just how fast you're going. Yes. Very funny. There we go. Bosh. Right. No wonder it was so slow on the start. I didn't know it was that long. Why? As in the train was that long? Why it was so slow? Yeah, especially going up an incline. Like I say, I don't know if the back two locos were supposed to be under power and supposed to be helping us, but they weren't. So I just floated while we were climbing up. I just went down and they're like, "What? Excuse me. How many cars is that? Let's have a quick count, shall we? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've lost count. Shit. I mean, I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 30 or 40, I'd say. Now. Oh, hello. There's a little... Ah, okay, that'll be what that's for. I was like, oh, it's a random little railway. Oh, there's more. There's a lot more there. That's like a granary or something. Now, yeah, we're going downhill quite a bit now. And we've spent all this time trying to get our train... There's a red signal right there. There's a red signal right there. No, 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 no. We're not doing this. No, we've not gone on this... Oh, God. Yeah, it's not stopping, is it? Oh, no, it's gone green. Oh, thank goodness for that. Oh, that was... Oh, I pooed myself briefly there. But I have a great time. Then again, probably a good thing we started to brake now anyway, because look how slowly we're braking. I just had a thought. I was like, how long is it taking to accelerate? Never mind that. How long is it going to take to get this to brake, especially as we're still on an incline? Okay, now it's increasing a bit. This is going really well. Right, we're not doing the Class 20s anymore, because they're cursed. Quite frankly, I'm done with the Class 20s. I'm very sorry, they are cursed. Anyway, while that's happening, I'm going to go put the oven on. speedometer will tell you how fast you're going. Study it. What do you think I've been doing for the last 20 minutes? I've been staring at a speedometer that won't go above 20 miles an hour. Wouldn't even go above 0. Right. So, I've put the oven on. I will have my pizza. But I am determined to get at least one more run tonight. 0 to something in maybe. Right, shush. Get on with it. What kind of pizza? I think it's like a barbecue chicken, I think. Okay. Timetable. Not you. Not you. You are cursed. Literally, the pacer did a better job than you. The donkey did a better job. Right. Rail freight grey. No, actually, no, maybe that's the cursed bit. Screw it. We are blue. So, do we fancy a passenger or a freight run? I think passenger. I'll be honest, I think passenger. Light loco, mail service. You got iRacing. Not at the moment, no. Rail tour service from Crewe-Preston. Loaded coal, empty coal from Crewe to Weaver Junction. Now, we're getting into the evening now. An hour and 24. Yeah, no, we're good. Freight service from Arpley to Basford. 12:45. Oh, you will unload the... No, I don't fancy that. Passengers. Newton Le Willows to Warrington Bank, calling it Earlston. Is that not what we did in the Pacer? Loaded ballast train from Preston to Wigan. That's 22 minutes. We could do that. Empty coal, light loco. I don't really want to do like light loco or anything. I think the passenger runs are going to be quite long at this point. Arpley downside with enough donkeys. Oh, Preston to Earlstown, calling at Wigan along the way. We could do that. Glasgow and Edinburgh, Waverley to Liverpool Lime Street. We could do that. Yeah, what do we reckon? Yes, let's do that. Nice little half-hour passenger run to finish. And I'm also going to keep an ear out, hopefully, for the what do you call it? The timer buzzer thing on the oven. Because I will have my pizza, damn it. British Raceways. Would send you the TGA files to run it. Oh, I like that. It's dirt street stock based on one of those blue and yellow... Oh, nice. Well, as in the 86 we were driving earlier. That'd be fun. Right. Passenger service from Preston to Earlstown, calling at Wigan along the way. And it's appropriate because we finished our Class 86 run at Preston. So we're going to go the other way. And here is our big old Class 47. Look at it there. Marker and headlight switches on. It's got one of those faces because it's got that big high-intensity headlight at the bottom there. I think it looks like it's doing this. It's just very surprising. Like, Class 20 for maximum curse if I'm getting detail. No, no. Do you want the car to break down and not work? Honk. Right. Driver's brake neutral. Right. So, you remember what that AWS thing? Off. On, I should say. Handbrake released. We're doing all the system checks. I want this to just work. Now, the Class 47 was basically the Class 66 of its day. A dependable warrior that could do kind of everything. That's why there were so many of them. So, I want to depend on you. I will depend on you fully. Remind me what's the class that makes the squeaking noise? Squeaking noise? There's the Class 66 that makes the ying-ying noise. Literally. Ying-ying-ying, like that. Oh, apparently England have scored already. What was that I was saying? What was it I said earlier about, oh, I've come to the game 15 minutes... Oh, it was a penalty anyway. Okay, whatever. A Kane penalty, what a shock. And it was a missed penalty that was retaken. So, just needed 2 bites of the cherry at it. It's like, England, please, just score a bloody goal. We've given you a penalty. Here's a free goal. No, you've missed it. No, do it again. Right. Yes. Here is our train. I like the sort of oil splatters and stuff on the front as well. That's nice. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It's appropriately grimy. This game does look really good, low-key, when it wants to. Okay. Lock the doors. Whistle from the guard. Brake. Off. He's a worn-out old boy. He's still doing his job. Okay. We're moving. I love the dials on this. Yes, I agree, actually. How do I turn the lights on for the dials? Desk light switch. There we go. That'll be it. Marker lights on. Now, cab light, I think L. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to need that. Given that it's night time. Oh, is that an 86? It is! 86465. I'll be going all the way to London, that one. We are off. So grubby and scuffed up. Yeah! There's something nice, like at Heritage Railways, obviously, there's the whole thing of, like... Obviously, they're, like, preserved engines and stuff, so they're mostly all clean and shiny. But there is something to be said about when they get a bit grimy and a bit, like, lived in. You know, like, they're working machines, you know? They're working beasts. Okay, so... Oh, look at that for a sunset. Perfect. And now we can go up to 95 miles an hour, you say? Well, let's open the window as well, let's... I'm assuming that's coming through okay on the stream. Look at that for us. Oh, yeah. There we go. I knew doing one more run in the 47 was a good idea. There's Diesel over there in the yard. Snoozing right now. Moon up there as well. Keeping an air out for the oven. Imagine if I just left the train running while I went and served my pizza up. I won't do that. Won't do that. Right, so 12 minutes. We've got our stop at Wigan Northwestern. We are hustling along rather nice. That is a beautiful... Oh, look. Oh, there's the inside of the train. There you go. That's what the inside of the train looks like. That is a gorgeous view. That sunset is beautiful. Yes. The 47 was never going to let us down, was it? Don't say that. We're not that far into the run. There is still time for... Clearly what the Class 20 did was faff us around for ages, not working properly. And then we finally got to where we were going, only for it to implode reality. Never mind troublesome trucks, we have the troublesome 20s. Agent 47. When you need a target taking out, you call Agent 47. Stenhouse is Agent 47. He is right now in NASCAR, yes. On the BBC Sport live feed for the football. Bearing in mind England have just scored a penalty that had to be retaken. They've just put up a thing to be like, is this going to be the first of many goals for Harry Kane? Is he going to win the Golden Boot again? Mate, calm down. Mate, you want to chill? Bruh. Just friendly reminders, not forget your options. Don't worry. I don't know if you can hear that. BRB. Right, where were we? Pizza is in the oven. Tell you what, I'll set a timer going as well on my phone. Speeding. Timers. Set it for... 9 minutes. Okay. Tasty circle installed. There we go. Timer is on. Oh, now we've got a station we're going through. We definitely weren't supposed to stop there, that's good, because we're not stopping there. There we go, this is lovely. So trying to get those coal wagons out of that's no ninth circle of hell or wherever it was. A nice evening blast. Train's probably quite quiet because, well, everyone's watching the football. At home. Everyone's at home watching the football. Or at the pub, watching the football. Watching the fit bar. I'm also going to try and make some room on my desk for inbound pizza. Fit bar. Exactly, there we go. You got what I was going for. Maybe? Yep. You're looking forward to pizza? Excellent. Right. Can't say I was planning on having dinner on stream. Can't say I was planning to turn the stream into a mukbang, but we move. It do be like that, I guess. Now, if we're doing around 90 miles an hour, how long will it take us to do 9 miles? 9 miles, 90 miles an hour, that's 10 minutes? Maths. Maths, help. Maths, help, I can't do it. Six minutes. Ah, okay, yes. Hang on. A muck train. Apparently so, yeah. Right. Now I was going to prop the score up on the control panel. Oh, England's still 1-0 apparently. I was locked in on my game, but I heard the football. Was that an attempt at how the Scots say it, or unrelated pun I missed? It was unfortunately an attempt at saying it how the Scottish say it. Because I've only ever heard it said, or I've only ever heard it written, seen it written down. Breaking news, passenger train derails as passenger driver distracted by the evening game. There was probably a story like that in British Rail days. Wouldn't shock me. We're going up quite an incline now. Come on, 47, hustle. Agent 47, hustle. So if we named the 86 earlier, Bowie or Lazarus or whatever, Lazarus or Bowie, what are we naming this? Because I don't think the 20s deserved a name. They're very unfortunate. But it wasn't their fault that you didn't know how to make them go. Shush. They were a faff. It was just a faff, and then they blew up the universe. It's Scott's thing, yes. I'll educate you next time I see you, though the fact I got where you were going for means you're in the right direction. I imagine it's more like football. 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 It'll be probably sat there something. Stop. Shut up. Please shut up. I beg. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Until my pizza is ready, apparently. 4 minutes and 20. That's good timing. Come on. Can we do 4.5 miles in 4 minutes and 10 seconds? We are now racing my pizza. Have I decided to get my pizza delivered to Wigan Northwestern Station? I'm working a late shift. Could you deliver a pizza to Wigan Northwestern Station? Using what? Deliveroo. It's an app. So it's 1986. What are you on about? Sorry. I just meant just get the delivery rider to park up on the platform. Exactly my face with that. I'm going to stop now. Please, no, I'm going to stop. Right, come on. We're literally closing in on Wigan Northwestern Station about as quickly as the timer's going down. It's now at 3 minutes 20, and we're 3.1 miles. 3.0 miles. Oh, we're actually beating the clock here. Oh my god. We could beat the clock. Come on, let's hustle. Eddie, because Iron Maiden is in my head right now. I'm not getting an Iron Maiden vibe from it. 2 minutes to midnight. I see what you... Even though it's 4 minutes to 10 in-game. Now explain what you meant by app to the people in the 80s. They'll just get more confused the more you... Well, you see... Apps are these things on your phone. What, you mean my telephone that's at home on the wall? No, have you not seen, you know those big phones that some executives have that are like bricks? Well, imagine those but about a quarter of the size, and they're just all screen, and you control them with your fingers and your brain's dribbling out of your ears as I speak. So I'm going to stop trying to explain that. The rotary dial telephone. Honestly, you say that. Look at what I found in the attic the other day when I was looking for the Thomas the Tank Engine books. A rotary dial telephone. Hello, operator. Brilliant. Oh, also, I need to slow down. Need to start slowing down. Need to start slowing down. It's red. It is. Right, yes, we need to start slowing down quite a bit. I will show you that properly once we've stopped at Wigan and probably when I've served my dinner up. There's 90 seconds on the timer. We are 0.7 miles. Yeah, we're still speeding. We're now speeding. We need to start slowing down more. Yes, okay. Okay, now Agent 47's brakes have kicked in. On 43. I might stop a little earlier, actually. Might be one of those again. It's wood and brass with a golden... Oh, my word. I'll tell you what, years ago, for Christmas, I think, my dad had an idea to get my mum a... what are they called? Is it a Bakelite? I think it's a Bakelite telephone. We're talking like classic 1940s telephone. And he put so much research and everything into it. We're going to stop early here. We are totally going to stop early. Come on. Come on. I've got 30 seconds. Might be 30s. Yeah. Well, the thing is, this telephone is definitely from like 30s, 40s. And, oh, the oven's already going off. Well, the timer is saying it's still got time to go, so I'm going to stop dead on the timer. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bosh. Right, I'm now going to go serve my pizza up. I am rather happy right now. I am very pleased right now. Wait till 21:58. Oh, I've got a few minutes to pick up a... I could have left it running for a few minutes. Served up my pizza. Also, I have this garlic and herb dip. Because this is basically, what I've done here is basically Asda Domino's takeout. I used to have Domino's takeaway, but Domino's pizza is incredibly, like, not fattening, but bloating. It's massive, and it's very expensive. So I was like, well, why order takeout pizza when I can just get pizza from Asda, and it's a lot cheaper and probably just as nice? Their fresh pizzas are banging. This is one of their, I don't know what you call it, not the freshly made pizzas, but like the ones that was in the, not frozen pizza anyway. This is still really nice. Also got these that are like garlic bread strips thing. Cheesy garlic bread strip things. And the dip. So, there we go. And it came to about £9, I think. Compared to what a Domino's would be, it'd be like 15 quid minimum, wouldn't it? When I think about it, go and get a napkin. I've heard a great description of Domino's pizza before. It's a sodium bomb. You know what? That's pretty accurate. Also, if anyone is watching the football on another screen, feel free to keep me updated. That's if you're doing that. Obviously, Millipede's like, what football? The game where I'm cheering for Croatia. Right. Got the doors. I picked up my pizza. Hang on a minute. Is that a hot plate over there? Might be. That's a lovely note. Hang on. I've got to get a picture of this. Got to get a picture. Yes, that'll do. Right there. Because when the stream's massively overrunning already, who really cares about a few extra seconds for taking a picture? Brightness. Yeah, perfect. Bosh. Yes, but I do hope England do well. I'm just rooting for Scotland. Oh! You know what you were... You know, I just joked about you rooting for Croatia. Yeah, they've just equalised. Well then. And also, I'll be honest, if you said anything else, as a Scottish person, if you said anything else, I'd be seriously concerned. I'd be calling you a traitor for your people. But, yes. 38 minutes in, it's now 1-1, apparently. Match of the day. I've got match of the day on the radio. In the cab of the engine. Nice. Brilliant. There you go. Can you tell Millipede is Scottish? But like I said, I'd be disappointed if it was anything else, really. My dad's just messaged me like, have you got the football on? No, I'm still streaming. Good, yep. Alright, anyway. Earlstown Platform 2, 5.6 miles. Now, I assume that means we'll be going around the tight corner that we did in the Pacer. Because Earlstown was on the corner, wasn't it? So I think that's what we'll be doing. Also, oh, go on, let's give you the beans, come on. Yes! Noise! Major 47 is making lots of noise. We started this stream with a whooshing banshee with Class 86, and now it's just Do you know what? I think a much worse ways of spending a night than eating pizza, hanging out with friends, and driving old trains. I'm not sure things get much better, to be honest. I don't need a speed restriction now. I hope your toppings are staying the way this thing is accelerating. There's a bit of that going on. Right. We're coming up to a 70-mile-an-hour speed restriction anyway, so might as well back it down a bit. And while we do that, have our second piece of garlic bread. Going a little slower than 70. Don't need to do that. Oh! And England lead again. Garlic bread in the garlic sauce. You mad that? Of course, yeah. Oh. Well, that was a nice short speed. Oh. But there is a red signal up ahead as well, so we've got to be careful of that. Yeah, I'm going to start slowing down actually, because I don't like the look of that red signal up ahead. Yep, still on red, it's not cleared. Okay. Let's be nice and careful here. Experiencing the four-dimensional garlic universe. How far up ahead? What, the red signal? About under half a mile now, I think. Because in the top right, it's showing the distance. That distance thing does fluctuate based on what speed you're doing. At the moment, it's showing just under a mile, so there it is. You can see it. So, okay. I did just put it in emergency. And now it's gone green. There we go. All right, never mind. Ooh, excuse me. Right, just gonna quickly off, because I did just put it in emergency brake briefly. So we're gonna release the brake and then give it some throttle. And I am going to celebrate actually stopping a red signal with a bit of pizza. There we go. Here's you. So I've got a couple of miles out. Yeah. We'd have had to slow to like 20 miles an hour anyway. So like I say, I believe the bits of pizza on my microphone. What a shock. Yeah, they, obviously we know from earlier, Earlstown's the station on like the really tight bend. In fact, we're supposed to be doing 15 miles an hour any minute, and we're doing 30, so... down. There we go. Shirts can be washed. Enjoy your pizza. Is that not the junction for Earlstown? Over there? Or is that another one, maybe? But we're doing it slow anyway, so... Might be further ahead, actually. Yeah, we're still 1.7 miles away, so... Just gotta go real slow through this bit. What's the drink in the car? There's more bear piss. I'm saving the cider till after the stream because I want to get like ice cubes and stuff out for it, do it properly. Oh, hello. A platform or some kind? Abandoned station, maybe? It's definitely giving a bit of abandoned station energy. Oh, here we go. Hold on a minute, though. I have Mr. Pibb right now, altered to Branch Dr. Pepper. Hang on. We must be approaching this a different way. Because we'd be at Earlstown Station by now if we were on the turning. Interesting. Very interesting. Look at those lighting though, it's really nice. I am rather confused here because I'm not... I wonder if we've got an alternate way to Earlstown. I'm not sure how we could have done. Well, we're not accelerating to 75 miles an hour, I know that. That would be a bit excessive. this looks like a station as well. Have we sort of looped around on ourselves here? Hang on. Is this Newton Le Willows? It is! Are we still in 1986? Yes. I thought we were going to Earlstown. And then Newton Le... We're a bit baffed. We're lost in the darkness. Just roll with it. .47's like, I don't care. Just give me a route, I'll get you there. Maybe there was some difference to the layout back in the... No, right. I'm talking about when we went on the pacer earlier in this stream. On this route. I thought we were going to do basically the same route as that. Where we went round into Earlstown and then round and into Newton Le Willows going the other way. And that's very much not what's happened. Because I thought we were approaching from the same direction on the main line. Ah! Okay. So Earlstown, that's the Earlstown we went in earlier. We've basically cut off the main line and come back the other way on ourselves. And this is the other Earlstown station, presumably that's... And there's the footpath linking the two. I see, right. I also wonder if this is the end of our run, because there's no... I'm not spadding now. I'm not doing this. I'm not ending like this. I will stop early if it means no spadding. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Lock doors. Is everyone in the platform? Not quite. Just ignore that. It's one coach. Ignore that. I thought it was different how you remember the route. Oh. I've never actually been on this route IRL, I don't think. I want to, though. But yes, welcome to Earlstown Station. The other Earlstown Station, apparently, because that's the other... Oh, there's a platform that way as well! Earlstown's like a flipping triangle station. What's going on? Now, given we have no timer here... Yes, I thought so. There we go. A future episode of another station, another mark. Oh, definitely. Okay. So there we go. That was our run. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to hop off the train and let Agent 47 crack on with his mission. And I'm going to peacefully sit and eat pizza on the platform. Because it's been a very long day. It's been a very long day in the Northwest. It really has. Oh yeah, look at this. So, this is the track curving round. There's a platform that curves round that way. And then the platform we were on earlier in the Pacer was the one that went round that way. It's like a triangle. This is funky stuff. It's like a pyramid station. A pyramidical station. It's amazing. Well, I find it amazing anyway. Alright, let's go over the footbridge and watch this depart. Oh, I could just pop into town if we want. Go to the pub. Go watch the rest of the game at the pub. You gonna go anywhere? Right, we'll watch Agent 40. Railway Pocono. It is! It really is. See you later, Agent 47. As Agent 47 departs into the darkness, off he goes. I'm going to finish my pizza and then probably go pub to watch the rest of the game. But tell you what though, genuinely, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. I really do appreciate your company. Appreciate we have run by nearly an hour based on what I thought we were going to do. But you should know me. When has been prompt been my strength? It never has, quite frankly. If you go to the pub, say hi to the orange cat. And I meant in the game. Although I could go to the pub. Although it will be heaving. They're showing the match, so it will be heaving. No, I'm not doing that. But yeah, I meant in the game. In Earlstown. I'm going to go into Earlstown, town centre. But, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All the love and all the returning friends and all the new friends. People like Stephen Bailey dropping by today. How amazing was that? That was so good. Oh my god, apparently at half-time it's 2-2. I should probably go and watch the game. It sounds like a bit of a banger. Even though I'm not particularly as fast as many of my countrymen are about who wins, but it just sounds like a banging game. So, I'd stay out of that IRL tonight. If it's that crowded, the cat's not interested in football. He's not feeling it. So, I think the last thing to do, before I go and settle down and watch the second half of the football, is, and finish my pizza. Yeah, I was thinking of sad 1-0. Honestly, me too. Thanks for a great stick. Thank you, Millipede. Seriously. So lovely to see people like you in here tonight. Such an honour. So lovely. Seeing Bailey in here was amazing. Like, I've been following his streams for like the last few years. Shush, shush, shush. The pub cat's probably like, who are all these people? Oh, I'm not doing this. There's no one really streaming, understandably. So, yeah, I'm going to retire to the sofa, finish my pizza, and watch the second half of the game. Now to watch Thomas the Tuchel. NB, your pun game tonight. It's just incredible. You're going to have to throw down with Nay and Preston. Nay is the one who's like literally stopped the stream before with how bad some of his puns are. So I feel like you guys in the triple threat is going to be off the charts. But, yeah, I've said everything I need to say. Thank you all so much for hanging out. It's been lovely to see you. Lovely to see so many old friends, so many new ones. I know I'm still not streaming particularly consistently at the moment. I'm trying to aim for like one a week, roughly. Although there won't be one next week, because holiday. So, but with the progress I've been making on the Big Another Station, Another Mile videos, hopefully, once the progress is really, I'm really excited with the progress on those. And it's exciting to finally see them come together, especially after being 4 years away from making them. I can't wait for you to see them. I can't wait for you guys to see them. And then as they come out, I'll start expanding back into other forms of videos as well, and more regular streams, maybe like 2 or 3 a week. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. It might just stay one a week for now. Who knows? If that's what me also being able to work on my videos and other stuff without completely flaming out is what's needed, then that's what it will be. But someone made a skin in War Thunder for one of the Russian bombers. It's named Thomas the Tupolev. And on that bombshell, get well soon, Jeremy Clarkson, and have a lovely rest of your evening. If that involves watching the rest of the football, so be it. Whatever you choose to spend the rest of your day and the rest of your week. I hope it's a lovely one. I love you all very much, and good night.